What is up, everybody? It's me, RDV. If you can't tell, if you can't read, it says right down there. It says RDV or RDV. I'm joined again by Geekeasy. He says, "I am the one." Is that a quote from a song?
No,
Uh, we were talking about Metallica last night.
that's probably one of the few songs of theirs that I like, but is one.
You're not a big Metallica fan?
No,
Ride the Lightning or Wherever I May Roam?
I, I mean, they're talented. They've got some good music. I really don't like them all that much. Bars
For
all
me,
up the noise, the piss out of me.
I not into like most songs on the albums. I'm more like they have like a good like to me they're a band. They have a lot of good songs, but a lot of them are singles.
Yeah,
They're not the album. They're not a band you buy for the album.
no.
In my experience,
I kind of like Godsmack, Korn, Kiss, Doors, Sabbath. You know,
that's a variety. Corn,
yeah.
the Kiss. it's like
Kiss the Corn. That's a good double bill right there.
it's like then what was the other one that sings Chop Suey or Talks or whatever? It was like
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
System of a Down. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I was never really into those bands, but I knew people were into Korn and stuff. But I was for me Metallica. It was just pretty much I liked a lot of the like the single hits stuff. More so in towards the end of the '90s when you got "Give Me Fuel, Give Me Fire," what it's desire.
Which I desire. And
Yeah,
you know what I'd like is I'd like to have certain bands go on tour together, just because they'd go together. Um, like bands like Fine Young Cannibals and Missing Persons should go on tour together, just because that would be
are you Fine Young Cannibals and Missing Persons? Well, we
yes.
know what happened to the Missing Persons.
You know,
I mean, I'm sure they probably have. Like, I wouldn't. I don't know if the leader from the guy who got kicked out of Metallica and formed Mudvayne. I don't know if he's ever
no, I don't
mended.
think it was Mudvayne. That's
No, not Mudvayne. It was
Megadeth.
Megadeth. Sorry, did I say
Dave
Mudvayne?
Mustaine.
I don't.
Yes, Dave Mustaine.
Yeah. I hope they mended because that'd be cool to see them then also touring with Maiden, like those three would be awesome.
Yeah,
But a lot of people said like, oh yeah, Metallica sold out. I'm like, yeah, they sold out concerts. They didn't sell out. They're not Green Day, but
They
don't
do a cover of Yosh and Spazin.
I know, right? How could you hate them?
If that doesn't give them cool points, I don't know what does.
I don't even get me started on that.
What's up? What's up, Maranya? Hello, Jackson. No, we're not ranking songs at all tonight. I was just talking about it.
He meant comics. That was up there before songs.
Oh, but Eloise, what's up? Great to see you. Yeah, we got some cool books tonight. I decided tonight to share the stream on Twitter. Something I haven't done in probably about a year.
Excuse me.
Alrighty. So that means if you haven't done the clicking and the liking, the subscribing, all the notification bell stuff, do that.
If you haven't, what's wrong with you?
Well, we don't ask you that question, so I won't ask them that.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have that much time.
Right. Basically, it's how much time do you have for me to answer that question there, folks?
So I've got a few issues and no back issues this week, so it's a light week for me. So I'm gonna kick this off and we'll get this going. I technically have about 11 books, but one of them I don't really include this into the ranking as far as from my favorite to least, or at least a favorite, because Walking Dead I've already read it. It's came out years ago. It's been done with. It ended in 2019. So if I were to start putting these into like where would I rank them, man, I don't think it'd be fair. But then again, I can't say it wouldn't be fair because there's a lot of good books that I pick up that aren't necessarily Marvel DC, but indie books too. But yeah, I mean, Walking Dead. It's like I said, I don't reason I'm getting these because I don't have the compendiums and I never collected the individual issues. Walking Dead is the only series I'm actually collecting every single issue. So,
I've got the compendiums. I just haven't read them. There's some of them are the ones that I've had the longest, and I haven't gotten to read them yet.
Yep, it's just pretty messed up, but it's pretty much getting into the Negan War. And the point in the book, for spoilers, if you haven't read it, it's where Andrea and Rick are an item, and they're living in Alexandria, taking over. Yeah, they're just about to get it. Yeah, and they think Negan is issue 100. It's issue 99. When they first because I can't remember what the first appearance was. I know E had it up on his channel, the auction. But yeah, and then the other incentive too is like for those who are like, okay, well, you're also getting an ongoing series by Derek Hunter called Small Bites, Little Zombie Stories. Look, it's a comedy slash, you know, they have in the back of the book, and yeah, here's other covers that are coming out or already are out. So this is all the variant covers they have for the series. So issue 100. It's weird because it comes out on the 19th. There's no way it could come out on the 19th. Issue 100. So when they printed this, they didn't take into fact that the books got pushed back. So all right. My number I guess it would be 11, right? No, actually, no, it's number 10. That was 11. Yeah, number 10. I didn't get a chance to read this either. This is Local Man, issue number, I believe, number 25. Yeah. Pretty really enjoying this series. I mean, the art's pretty good. If you love like early 90s indie stuff, basically, if you like The Boys without the violence and the, you know, all the grossness, this is a book you should reading.
Did you want to say degeneracy?
I did not want to say that. I wanted to
sound
say
like you were starting to say that.
I was going to, but then I was like there's a lot that
you elected to stay monosyllabic instead.
Well, degeneracy is not a good enough word to describe The Boys. The Boys is complete filth. When it comes to like, it is very triggering to a lot of stuff. So, like degeneracy would be like, haha, we made fun of this person. No, the Boys was like, yeah, this is like way past, you know, schoolyard, you know.
Can I at least point out that we mentioned degeneracy and Zach showed up?
Well, I mean, I guess I didn't mention anything about like, you know, the other stuff that he likes, but overall, plus it's a flip book too. So this is the main issue, and then you get a little flashback story that ends with it. So and this is cover B. There's 3 covers. So
yeah, right. But MK, it sure was fun.
Alrighty, issue number 9. Oh my gosh, I did pick this up. It's not a one shot. It's the start of a series by Cynthia Von Buller. Mickey Woodcock. She's basically a detective in 1929 with her father, and she basically, or 1926. You know, there is some. She's hooking up with Houdini, doing stuff with him. We also get introduced to H.P. Lovecraft because it's Cthulhu. He's writing a story. We're even introduced to the great magician, Magnus. So a lot of historical figures kind of popping up in this. The art isn't really something to be, you know, said about. I mean, I like it when they show like stuff like that, as far as like the news stuff. But yeah, it is really kind of weird. I don't know what to make of this. Like I said, I have to go read it again because she's hired to investigate something by this guy because he's being framed for causing his young assistant, basically, who went with his wife, his new wife, to go to this place in Italy, told her not to drink the water, but he drank the water and then he died. So the wife came back, you know, and tried to kill him. And now he's trying to prove his innocence that, you know, or I guess whatever. It is, like I said, it is just a weird book, but I want to say it looks like it's left leaning, a little bit. Because 1926, a girl pretty much there's no mention of her father in the detective agency. It's just her. And I mean, she's not. I guess she's bisexual. That's how you know this big thing he has in here, because there's an orgy scenes in here too. It's just getting to the point where, you know, I don't understand what the point of this book is. You know, yeah, there's cats being sacrificed. Like I said, orgy scenes in here too. Like I said, I don't know, Brain. It's maybe. You'll have to read it and let me know what you think.
No, I don't think I will. So I can't believe I'd ever get to the point where I would say this, but I have lesbian fatigue.
Well, it's the same girl who did this. If you read those series, it's the same author.
I mean, I haven't read them, but
yep. Graphic novel, tale of murder and revenge, Louise fantasy, the fact dazzling. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, I said, yeah, I don't know if it's got more to it than that. It's just the same reason why I'm not getting any more Gun Honey series. There's no there.
Yeah. Weird Tales was one of the books she was reading in thing. Just like.
No, that's the coolest part of the book I've seen so far.
She was reading a copy of Weird Tales early in one of the pages. She had the book out and she was reading it. Where did I see it? Here you go, right here, upper left corner.
Yeah, that is cool.
She's reading that. Apparently, yeah. So she is basically, I guess she's like Houdini's off and off girlfriend. Girlfriend. That's what I'm guessing. Mickey Woodcock. I'm guessing this. Okay, there's 2 books before this. This is like a 3rd volume. Yeah. So I don't know. I have to really read through it again because it just a lot of it went over my head. So number 8 for me this week is Prodigy, Indentured Servitudes of Mars. Very fun book. I did not pick up Jupiter Legacy, but I think Bree did. Finale. So if you're one of that, you need to know this came out. This book's come out because I have not seen any advertising for this at all.
Zach, you might as well just throw in the towel on that one.
I can't. The grammar nut in me won't allow it.
Grammar and what? Prodigy.
Prodigy,
bro.
That's not it.
Yeah, it is. Prodigy.
Are you Jethro Clampett? Do you only have a 6th grade education?
Why
it's a tragedy that he can't get that right.
The fact that you're inferior of my education. You don't like
Bodine.
what I say.
Zach fears your intellect.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Fears it might rub off on you.
You fear my electy, my intellecty. No, like I said, this was a fun book. Seeing the brothers working to stop a missile that was launched towards basically Japan. They Edison calls
China.
What was it? China?
China.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they spoke Japanese. It was in China. Yeah, and he uses I guess the space lasers that the United States has, and destroys the missiles. But we also learned that the bad guy isn't really the bad guy. Like, he blows his brains out. So it's like,
well, he was being channeled. The bad guy was channeled.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So you're like, head splitting. You know what's funny though? When I was looking at this, I'm like, oh, the first lady looks a lot like Kamala.
So she's brainless and worthless? No.
I mean, I'll just say this. I apologize to AOC. She's not this. She's actually smarter than Kamala.
Saw that on Twitter, actually.
Did you? I saw it too.
God, come on.
But
I don't like them either. Who do you root for when you don't care about either team?
But honestly, like I said, you learn more about the brothers, and they're coming just to talk about their father. How they used to make them do like these little challenges that there was no answers to. His wife said he was kind of cruel. He's like, he just realized his father just wanted him out of the way because he was too busy.
What happened at the end? Was that a last page flashback?
I think so.
Because that's the dad on the last page. We're assuming he's dead.
Well, that's the mother too.
Yeah. So it's.
I mean, you see them as kids. You know, they jump out, and then there's kids, and then like, he's like, hey, listen, there's something I need to tell you that's really important, you know, and I need to explain why I'm running away. So basically, you're seeing a flashback that the younger brother, when he remember he ran, the older brother left.
Yeah.
So now they're explaining what, you know, him going to show him running away and the reason why he left.
Yeah, it's an odd place to start that scene, though.
Yeah, I know it is. I mean, especially when they're going into the water, they jump out of like, what was it, like 23 stories or something, 30 stories. But honestly, though, pretty cool. And Zach, you should be getting the Magic Order because they have zombie monkeys. So,
but Avengers Assemble had ghost monkeys.
But they weren't.
These guys are way behind. Don't they know that the DC Ape special was back in April?
Did they have zombie monkeys, though?
Zombie monkeys, ghost monkeys,
all right.
They're all undead monkeys. Too much
we'll have to ask Quinn about that if they're undead.
Too much monkey business.
Number 7. Batman.
Dun, dun, dun. Was that the only cover your shop still had?
No, actually, they had the black and white cover, or the main cover that's glow in the dark. But I hate the fact that it had the cover that goes over it, you know. Because I'm like, if I'm gonna put this away, file it, I want to know what the hell I'm putting in there. I don't want to. Otherwise, I have to put like a post-it note saying what this is on the cover. So, but plus, this is the artist for Archie. You know.
Oh no, it's just the
that's a cool cover.
The werewolf, with the eye was pretty good. That's the one I got because that's.
You got the one with the blue, the moon.
No, I got the same one you did.
Okay,
but we were already out of something, so I didn't get there.
So the one you're talking about, I don't think they even showed it in here. It doesn't get that? Yeah, DC doesn't show the other books you could have got, but the one you're talking about, I'm talking about. Actually, I should take about when I'm talking about. There was another one I showed off. It was the blue one, and it has the werewolf in the front, and then it had the moons going down the side, like the different phases. So, but this is cool. I love this. I love this cover. Now for interior art, story is pretty good. I thought story was really good. The only weird part, and this is gonna like blow your mind, Zach, if you've not read this. There is a live triangle right now between Zatanna, John Constantine, and Bruce Wayne.
I hate all of it.
Right? but Constantine doesn't know that Bruce Wayne is Batman. But
Constantine's a moron. No, I'm just kidding.
But I'm saying he has to be. So it's good.
Zatanna mentions earlier in the story, this is why I elected that we stay friends. So they're not in a relationship. They're not in a sexual relationship right now.
No, they're not. They're not sleeping together. But I mean, he wants to date her. Bruce does, but he's always so busy because he has. Well, she knows he's Batman.
Right.
I mean, this is really cool though. Did you catch the name of the guy, the British soldier who got basically scratched and turned into a werewolf? His name is Chris Talbot or Christian Talbot. Tablet.
I thought it was Larry Talbot. It's from the old movie.
Yeah, but his name's Christian though.
Oh, I thought it was.
So I'm wondering, he must be a descendant. I'm guessing, or they changed the name so they don't even get sued by Universal. But I like this. The art and just awesome in this. I like the interior art. Now, the only thing I gotta say where the art sucks is what the hell is this bullshit?
Yeah, I disagree with you. I thought the art was not.
Look at Constantine's face, it is shrunk.
No, I said I don't think this is good art. Period.
Well, no, I think it's good for when they draw Batman. Here you go, Zach. You can judge. That's Zatanna. Fishnet.
Bless that art is that picture. Just give me that page. I'll pay full issue price for that one page.
It's the
this dark, is in the beginning.
The darkness scenes are good, but yes, it's okay.
She looks like Wonder Woman there. Crop top. the ripped jeans, and then also this.
Yeah,
Is she
but
not
that's-
wearing?
but
Is
she's
she
not
wearing?
Wonder
Yeah,
Woman.
I hope she's wearing heels and not just
No, that's just like I
bare
said.
feet.
Yeah, it's just she looks like a hippie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the werewolf scene, I like that when he shows Bruce fighting against the werewolf. That's fun. People getting ripped limb from limb.
Ron and Tim.
Yeah.
I guess the werewolf couldn't tell them apart either.
Also, the cool thing here is really cool here is we actually have what's his name? Langstrom's here. Kurt Ringstrom's in this. I thought that was really cool. They're at the church. The guy's like, Talbot, he's like confession, because he's found naked because somebody's bums. They bring him to church. He confesses his sins. In the middle of the church, he turns into the werewolf. Kurt Langstrom, we get the man wolf versus the wolf man. Or I mean, let me say the man wolf, but the man bat. It's like turning into Underworld 2 Evolution. But I don't know. I like this because I can't really say this art's awful. I've read Red Rain Batman.
No, I didn't say it was awful. I just said
it fits the story for me at least.
I'll give you that, except for that the page you pointed out.
Yeah, with the faces.
That was
weird.
Just
weird.
dreadful.
No, yeah, his tiny face. But
none of the faces look good in that scene. It's like
yeah. I know. I guess I'm more forgiving in the art because I've been reading Dark Victory, looking at Tim Sale draw that Bruce Wayne's face, and then he drew Dick Grayson looking like a 40-year-old man. So I mean, I'm less harsher a critic on the art when it comes to art now. But I mean, I was reading that last night. Perfect night. 30 degrees. There's like 29, 30 degrees outside. Bright full moon. And just reading that stuff, I was like, it's kind of cool. All right, number 6. Flash Gordon. We get the merciless Ming. This is your life. I hope you guys at least got this. I know Breen did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but learn about his life. It's like Jeremy was like, I want you to feel sorry for the bad guy.
Oh, I totally disagree.
No, until he kills all his brothers.
What was that? Well done. That was my favorite part of the book.
He's like, yeah, we're all basically, they all have, their parents are pretty much like Kryptonians. They don't have natural births. It's all done by genetics, birthing lab stuff, breeding, thing. And, like he basically he's like, all my brothers believe that they'll take the throne by being strong. I'm going to use my mind. I I can use them because they're strong to do my bidding. And they're all the 10th cycle, 10 years old. They're all given a knife. Well, how does he bring his brothers down one by one? Well, he says he takes one of the brothers' knives, puts it on the bed of the other brother. So now he's 2 knives. That guy gets killed, and then he just watches them slaughter each other. Like I said, and then at the end, he's like, it's like the last brother. He's like, brother, mercy. He's like, screw you. I don't care. And then he kills his own parents. This is horrible. He's like, and his dad's like, well done, you poisoned me.
He didn't come to be called Ming the benevolent.
But I love this because I'm also getting Star-Lord vibes from Flash Gordon a little bit. He's fighting this big dude, and he's the guy's like, hey, Ming's leaving in the ship because he just took the guy's ship, because Ming said he poisoned the guy. I love this.
Antidote? What antidote?
Yeah, I just lied. Yeah, he's like, now I have control of your DNA print of your ship. So the guy's like, dude, hurry up. He's like, oh, really? And he's like, he jumps up and he's like, on the thing, he's like, what did he say? I think it was right here, or the page before.
Well, he's getting ready to do his maniacal supervillain laugh when the other guy says,
here he goes.
Flash Gordon.
Here he goes. He goes, yeah, here. He's like, he jumps up, hey, bro, you got great seats. And then he sees the guy coming out. He's, oh, shit, not good seats. Run. It's like, and he uses he uses the gladiator guy to bust down the ship, the door getting into where the ship was, and then it's just like you're gonna see them two working together, which I was thinking was gonna happen, you know. And it's just, yeah, I'm looking forward to this, you know. This is a really good series. I'm not the biggest Flash Gordon, like, you know, enthusiast. I don't really know a lot about it. I never watched the movies. I think I watched part of the movie with Timothy Dalton in it. The only thing I can remember is all the Thanagarians. and then like Timothy Dalton sticking his hand in a piece of wood and hoping not to get stung by a scorpion. Like, that's all I remember. Oh yeah, the Clint Barnes scooter that Flash Gordon was flying, the sky sled. So yeah, like I said, I like this. This was really cool. All right, now we're gonna get down to the top 5 here. Number 5. It's the only cover they had left. So I had to pay $1 more just to get that cover, plus getting the cover on the inside, which I still think is dumb. I don't want the inside cover. If I'm trying to avoid the cover, don't give it to me no matter what cover I get.
Well, I guess the reason for that is if you absolutely despise the next price point up cover,
Yeah,
but that's all you can get, you can skillfully remove the top cover and have the book.
I guess I'll just cut it off.
Because it's got the same back cover too.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of back cover,
I really want that statue.
I wonder how much it is.
I'm gonna bet at least $200.
That's I was thinking 200. Yeah, but this was a good series. Now, if you're reading this and you did not read the special before this that Jimmy Adams did tie in, you might be lost. But let's just say that Mogo is a Red Lantern and makes Thanagar.
Mogo was a Death Star now.
Yeah, he makes Thanagar go boom. All the Hawk people have no world. They killed billions of them, only leaving 1,000 or so left. And they're on this ship, and it looks like, who are the people that have the Zeta beam?
The Ranians.
The Ranians.
Okay. So they're, I guess, a group of them are helping them out. But there's no Adam Strange though. But not yet. But why not?
Yeah, I said I thought about picking up that special and then the Green Lantern, but I'd already racked up double-digit books.
Right.
But
art is pretty good.
One thing that doesn't seem to ever change at DC, no matter what incarnation of their universe is going, is
Thanagar gets destroyed.
Well, the casual genocide of, because I said, Roy's kid's mom blew up a country, and and I said, Hank Henshaw, that cyborg Superman, blew up Coast City and killed 7 million. That's why I said that DC should never have acknowledged 9/11, because in that universe, that was nothing.
Yep. Like I said, the arts is really cool in this. I like this. Just seeing Hal and John teaming up and just working as a unit. Lord Flea's being a distraction over on Oa and just killing all the bad guys because he wants his lantern. He's been doing that since last issue. He's still continuing. Those guys' plan to distract the guards. Let Lord Flea's just go and just kill everybody, or he frees the rest of the Guardians. And it ends with, they're on the ship. They're like, "What is this in front of the ship?" So, and all the lanterns, that, I guess that Violet Rage lantern, whatever she has, it's connected to Carol, isn't it? But yeah.
Oh wait,
no,
Carol has the Sapphire Star.
Isn't that the Predator thing that was part of her for a while?
Carol,
she had a thing that was connected to her ring for a while.
I thought that was the thing that killed Tharos, like the
god. No, that's Varos. He's a black thing. This is purple construct.
Purple isn't Sapphire. Purple is I know
that's what Sapphire is. Sapphire is the pink purple construct. It's the same thing.
I don't remember. I haven't read this week.
I think it was called. It wasn't during John's called Predator or something like
that. He had the ultraviolet, but I don't think I don't know if that's it or not. I haven't read the issue yet, so I can't.
Is Sardath in there somewhere?
Who's Sardath? The
Adam Strange's wife. What's her name? Alana.
I didn't. They didn't
It's
mention
her dad. Yeah, bald, skinny dude, Rannian scientist.
I didn't see him in the book. But
Don't
again,
worry,
I wasn't.
I'm wondering if Rand's part of the storyline. I can't imagine the Stranges won't pop up somewhere.
No, it's just Rennian Battlecruiser Warbird, Thanagar Orbit. It just says the captain, doesn't say what his name is. Talk about Zeta there. Yeah. But they're trying to head to Iran to get the people there, and just, yeah. So, like I said, a very fun book. Number 4 is Moon Knight. Number 1. Or Legacy 241. It's not at 1,000 yet, guys. I can't celebrate. But all they left was a Scotty Young one. So I just figured I'd just continue the full moon trend.
I'm still mad that I didn't get it. I didn't think to look for it.
You know, that's how it was with Local Man. And I realized, oh my gosh, that's out this week too. I had to grab that.
Well, because technically, like I was saying, because technically this is a new number 1 and it's a new series. The old Moon Knight series is no longer in my pull box, and this was not set up to be in my pull box. So
Yeah,
I gotta go get it probably tomorrow.
Well, they brought back Flint. Remember Detective Flint? I'll just say that. There's your trigger, and he's talking to the new cop.
Looks like Tom Selleck.
Yeah, I know, but it's Detective Flint. That was around during the first volume of Moon Knight.
Yep.
And
I
they brought him back.
Vaguely remember.
He's retired, and this new woman who's in charge of the police department does not like Moon Knight. She has some vendetta against Moon Knight, and you find out in the end why. But Moon Knight's pretty much going after this new drug. Big guy pusher in town, pushing this drug called glitter. That it's not a common street drug. It is like more like a supernatural-ish, like, pixie dust, and he basically this guy, he says, you know what, if you don't stop pushing this, I'm not the hero. I'm just going to kill you, pretty much. You want to know who I am. I'm, yeah.
This is a first appearance by the bad guys, as far as I remember. I don't think they've shown him before.
Here, whoever this guy is, the big muscle dude, so, like I said, it's like I said, I actually, for first issue, here's actually him more close up. So it's actually pretty good. It's just Moon Knight confronting this guy, and then you got the 2 cops, and that's all I really have, and that's all I really need. This, I mean, honestly, if they did a Moon Knight series, I would rather have it based off of this and have Jed McKay writing. All right, number 3 is Catwoman. I can't remember the last time I showed a Catwoman book on this show.
Probably when Ram V was writing.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
2 or 3, something like that.
Yeah. Feels like. How long has Trini Howard been on the book?
Too long.
It's just issue 69. Yeah.
I can't get it. I've already hit as far as I'm gonna go with Catwoman. I gotta stop now.
Fabina Mascolo, the artist for Nightclub. Look at that art.
Yeah, the art's not bad. The art is.
It is, and I was putting on the brain. This art looks a little more serious, more controlled, more detailed than Nightclub. Like, he changed his style to make it more like adult, professional. Because the characters look a lot different than he does in Nightclub. They don't look
I think the colorist is a lot more. Yeah, the colorist has got to be a different colorist too, because
Selena basically is someone's trying to kill her. She's connected to a death of this person. She was basically the case of the wrong place, wrong time, and now she's going. Now she's basically going at it to try and find the killer. Yeah. And at the end of this, she ends up leaving Gotham City. And she ends up going to London. So you're gonna have
Berlin.
Oh, sorry. Did you read this? How do you know it's Berlin?
I read books sometimes.
Oh, sometimes we are correct there. She's in Berlin, and I like this. This is kind of clever. How do you get past two cops? One's posing as a hooker, one's posing as a bum, watching your apartment. You pretend to be a nurse on your morning shift to your work. You get a coffee cup and everything, wig, and then she gets on the bus and leaves Gotham. So, yeah, it is. Like I said, it's a nice, good start. It's refreshing. She's not pining over anybody. She's pretty much straight to the point. She's a thief. Basically does everything that Teeny Howard didn't do. It's completely opposite. It reminds you of the Joel Jones run. So this might be a continuation of the style of Joel Jones, his original run on there from Rebirth. Number 2. This was a toss-up because I'm really liking both where these are going. Batman and Robin Year One. Wow.
I'm shocked.
Well, you would be shocked if you didn't pick this up because
I'm trying to limit my miniseries.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know. I'm not cool. I know.
What's up, Sleazy05? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. It's just so cool. Everything basically with
Nice.
just being in this era again. I mean, Chris Samney, he's got an issue he's gonna be writing with Batman Last Halloween, I believe, right?
I think so.
So this is what you're seeing from him working on this same time period.
That is a gorgeous spread, though.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way he draws Robin. That is just awesome. The eyes, it's kind of like a Darwin Cook almost look.
Very
Batman?
Darwin Cook. Yeah,
Look,
very.
I love
That's
that.
what I was sort of thinking.
It is Robin being cocky, jumps up, and he's like, and I love this. He's like, Bruce is like, or Batman's like, before we get to the detail, Jeff, there's someone else to meet. There's 2 of you? Not exactly. Ka-chink. And he's like, ta-da! Robin, here to calm your fear. Go, what does he say? Going under, called up by Boy Wonder. And he's a little clip. I love this.
That picture of Gordon sort of reminded me of from Year One. The guy who drew Year One. That sort of a little reminiscent of that.
That was Frank Miller, wasn't it? No, Frank Miller didn't draw it. It was the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's also got the Batman animated series Bruce Timm draw. So like I said, this is a very, very well done book. Another cool spread here. Go here, just jumping down. It is just fun, man. Two-Face, they're going after him, and it's just, man. Like I said, now I know some people were on a boycott of Mark Waid, but man, I'm just loving this. What's really cool about this is that when Robin jumped first off the building after meeting Gordon, he's like, dude, it's a 30-foot. He's like, no kid, that's a 30-story fall. And like Batman's like, that's his element. And they jump down. Very fun, very solid start for this issue. I guess it's only 3 issues. Is that what you're telling me, Zach? Yeah.
I thought it was going to be 6. I could be incorrect.
I
heard it was going to be a miniseries.
Yeah, Lena Comic Geeks only has 3 issues listed unless they updated it in the past week or so.
I haven't checked, but I mean, usually that's the miniseries. Like 6 is the magic number.
Well, we've seen 3 before too in the past, which throws me off.
That's true. That's also true.
But yeah, this is just cool. It's just everything that's going on. I'm getting like Daniel Warren Johnson with the art, the boom, the way he does everything in here. It's a mixture of Daniel Warren Johnson and Darwin Cook. So very, very fun issue. Number 1 issue of the week though is Ultimate Spider-Man.
Shocked again.
Well,
Shocked, I'll tell you.
I don't understand. I guess Wes did not like this issue. Maybe it was just too much.
I was assuming because.
Okay.
I said they will shit on it because it truly has no action.
It doesn't. It even has Starducks coffee in there.
I caught that.
Basically, Ben and the information they got, Ben
Jonah.
and Jonah get the information they got from Robbie. They find out that there's through this company is a shell company that basically belongs to Oscorp, bought the Stain Stark Industries, and they basically figure out that, well, they know who owns who's the Green Goblin is, and they basically go to Gwen and ask her, and she tells them, "Get the fuck out! I want my money back. How dare you? Start grilling me. So they piss her off. Then MJ then comes to Ben and basically, Jonah, and this basically tells him, he's like, "What the hell were you thinking?" It's like, it's like not necessarily my friend, but it's like you're investigating the people who are, were kind to you. But so eventually, we get a hero reveal. Harry reveals that he's the Green Goblin, meets him, lets him know, doesn't indulge that that Peter is Spider-Man. But we get the first appearance of Wesley Crusher, or what's his last name? Was it
Mr. Wesley?
James Wesley. Okay, he always reminds you of a dork like
and
Wesley
you
Crusher.
Got to remember, they weren't investigating people that were kind to him. The investigation led them to that.
Yeah. So they had the information. So
and they are newsmen.
Like I said, it's actually pretty cool. They pull like you've seen a 70s show, like Kolchak would do this. Sneak into a golf resort, dine at a private club, get in there, and then ask questions, and then gets kicked out. That's kind of cool. The only thing I will say this, and if they say anything about this, I agree with this. What is up with her hands? She's got man hands.
That's not this artist's best panel.
But I understand what they're trying to go for, but it's like
she's cracking her knuckle or something. I don't know.
Maybe like this kind of like folding your like this.
It's really it's an awkward
panel. It was like, what are you doing? Don't do it.
Very awkward.
Yeah, like I said, it's just a very not would say mundane, but they're pushing stuff forward now because at the end of this, they tell Harry, "We're not going to put your name here. We're not going to reveal you're the Green Goblin. We're just all they're going to do basically is see that New York Kingpin, Wilson runs from New York, but who runs Wilson Fisk by Ben Riley. They created a fake pseudonym so they can't get in trouble because." The information they got from Harry, and he said, "Dude, if you reveal who we are, you're gonna put everybody's families at risk." So, like I said, I enjoyed this. I'm looking more forward to this. Now, if you think like, well, I want an action issue and all that stuff, then I guess maybe you should just wait for the trade on this and just binge read it then. Unfortunately, that's the way comic books are sometimes. They're not always action all the time. And I prefer it that way.
Action movies are all action all the time.
I watched
John Wick.
So the series that Rob and I have been watching, Extreme Movie Show, it's called The Old Man with Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow. And there isn't much action, but when there is, it's great. And it pays off. Everything builds up to it. And that's kind of what Hickman's been doing with this. We still haven't got the Sinister Six fight. All we know is that the Black Cat went after him and then he fell off the roof. But other than that, we actually haven't had, all of them trying to kill them, fight them. So that's coming up soon eventually. But I don't know. So actually, no, I just had a good haul this week. So, all right. Who wants to go next?
Jeff, you want to go next? Since I'm sure you probably want to get to bed.
Sure. All right. I didn't have a whole lot of time to read this stuff. So I've done like 3 or 4 of them, which I'll put in there. And then everything else after that is... but none of this is in any order.
It's more fun that way.
Moon Knight, number 1. This is the cover I picked. So it sounds like what they're doing is they're actually taking him away from the Midnight Mission here. And it sounds like...
maybe just for the first issue, because
what they were saying in the last one and this one, they're having what's-her-name run it, and he's just going to be back on the street.
No, she's not running it. It's just that when he was gone, he said he knows he can trust her, step up. He's thank you for stepping up, but he's back now. So you're not pushing him out of it.
But I liked it. It's a good setup. And I had stopped reading this, but Breen said the last one was a little bit better than the previous ones. So I got it. And this one was okay. It's still, it was better than that first one that they did. But it's still not.
So it's no longer Epitap's piss.
Yeah, they, at least they controlled their urges on this one and didn't go.
There hasn't been politics since the first issue, but there also hasn't been anything particularly memorable in either book.
Yeah. And
I don't know why I keep going back. I think it's just, I think I like the idea of them more than the actual books themselves.
Yeah. And it's just, you kind of hope because you have, the idea of the originals, and you want them to be as good as the originals or somewhere near the originals, and this isn't going to happen.
Oh, I gave up on that immediately, but I would just settle for, memorable. It's like, Creep Show.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be good. It isn't.
It wasn't. Yeah.
It's just, I don't think, you go back to the 80s, the books Bruce Jones did, like Twisted Tales, things like that. And we're not even getting close to that.
Yeah. The only good thing about this is the new host. The new host is kind of cool.
And it's a really nice cover. The one that I got the same one. I really like the covers more often than not. But
okay, then I got this. I was going to stop it, but this one was in my box, and so I just grabbed it. It wasn't bad. Controlled by Eclipso. Okay, that's all that I've read.
Okay.
Everything else is just boom. Okay, then this one looked good. I have no idea if it's good or not because I haven't read it.
Liquid Kill.
But, I like the outfit, so I've got one just like that in my closet.
As long as you don't wear it on camera.
No. But not on one where I, unless I get paid to. Flash Gordon number 3, which is good from what I just heard. Crypt of Shadows. I don't know if this is any good or not. But
well, I can tell you. I'll tell you right away. Who's writing it?
First one is Steve Orlando.
Nope.
I know it's not good.
Chris Condon.
Yeah, it could go either way on him.
Benjamin Percy.
Yeah, he's decent.
Jason Liu.
No idea.
Oh, Jason Liu is the Asian writer that's on there. He did another book during Blood Hunt.
Now, this just reminds me. Okay, there's a picture of Namor. Right, I saw something on a video online where who is the guy that was that's on Batman right now?
Jason Aaron.
No.
Oh no, that's the guy who's doing the Namor series.
Zdarsky. He's apologizing to somebody because he had said something. He was saying, the guy was supposedly mispronouncing Namor by saying,
yeah, he was talking about Ryan North, and it was a joke post. He had to apologize for a joke post.
And I was just like, yeah, whatever. I mean, this is Zdarsky. It's like, whatever, dude. I didn't know exactly what was going on, but I was just like, dude, knock it off. But then I have this. This is a pretty good series. I could go without having it. So if it's one that I could go without having, I should just pull it. I mean, stop doing it because I need to cut back because I had a really big week this week. And then everything else are the really good ones of this week from what I hear. Seems like someone else has been, I don't know who, but was getting this. I have this. I like this cover.
Ah, yes, the kid Spider-Man.
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to getting that because I do enjoy the hell out of this series. It's really well done. Gwen Stacy and her man hands. And
it's a really awkward sentence.
well, I was just making fun of what we were talking about earlier. And you were talking about other covers for this one. We had all the covers as I got there right at opening, and I decided to get this.
Yeah, I passed up on that because unless you're wearing gloves, your fingerprints are going to show all over that.
I just noticed that, and that's why I was trying, bag
that and the glare will kill you, cause an accident.
All right, and then I have one more, but there's two different versions of it. This one I had to get. This is the one you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, but I was talking about the non-reflective one version.
And
see, you're the guy. You're the mark. Shiny, you'll pay us your $2.
Yes. The I call them the squirrel covers. And speaking of mark and suckering out,
you got the black and the dark one. Yep.
Some of them that can see me coming. They just said, "Oh, look, Mark." But this is going to be my non-reader.
I thought your name was Jeff.
Yes. But I can be Mark it sometimes.
I mean, whatever you prefer to call yourself when you're under the bridge.
Yes, and making money for my meth. Guys got to have habits sometimes. How I spend my weekend is my business, right?
You should just sell snow. It's easier.
Yes. And then I got something in the mail today, which I'll just show you, not today, but a little bit ago, that I'll show you in a second. So I had to go and get some stuff, sell some stuff, because I didn't need it anymore. So I went to a used bookstore and got some credit, and so I was able to get these basically for free because I cashed in the credit. I don't know if you've ever heard of this before.
Yeah.
No, I haven't, but Green has.
But I figured, give Neil Gaiman some credit for.
Is it Gaiman or Gaiman? I always call Neil Gaiman.
It's Gaiman, but
Okay.
I think, but the guy had like 19 girlfriends going at the same time, so got to give him some sort of credit.
Well, I get 19 girlfriends doesn't mean he wasn't trying to close with them.
I think it's Gaiman, not gay man. Gaiman.
I mean, you can have girlfriends, doesn't mean that you actually are sleeping with them, though.
No. And with a name like Gaiman, those girls could be what we call beards too, but who knows?
Hey.
And then
I don't judge people aloud. That's not nice. You do it, man.
Then there's this. It looks actually kind of interesting.
I've heard it name before. David Lapham?
Yeah, stray bullets.
Ah, okay.
Not to be confused with 100 bullets.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones that went straight from the 100 bullets.
That's right.
And this is something that you brought up in passing earlier today, early on, but I saw a deal on this, the 4K. It's all 5 movies in a package.
Ah, Underworld.
Yep. Oh. And it was only about $100.
Stop it too, and you don't watch the rest.
Oh, I've seen them all.
it's like the way that series went for me is like once they decided, you know what, Scott Speedman, we don't want anymore. We're gonna make it all about Celine and screw you. I was just like, yeah.
Hey, she wasn't even in the third one. I mean,
well, the third one was a prequel. It was Rona Mitra.
Yeah, who's hot as well.
So you can watch the first 3.
But hey, I mean, come on. Yeah,
that was a series that suffered the same crap that Resident Evil did. It got worse as it went on.
Kate Beckinsale, the most beautiful woman on the face of the planet, in tight leather running around doing
most beautiful woman. That's kind of a stretch. Selma Hayek does exist.
She's
That
on
is
my
true.
list.
That is true.
Selma Hayek is number 3, by the way. Thank you.
But I'll say
No, sir.
I will say that I will say that Kate Beckinsale is better looking than Anne Hathaway.
Kate Beckinsale, Elizabeth Hurley, then Selma Hayek. Thank you very much. And you notice it's weird. My first 2 are both English, by the way. And all 3 of them don't even know I exist. So that shows you how my life is going. But
I wish I was them.
Anyway, that's all I've got for this week.
Alrighty. Zach, show us what you didn't read.
I was trying to get caught up. I did read something.
Or do you want me to let Breen go? Then you can go.
No, I can't take Breen from his spot at the end of the line.
I'm the anchor bringing this show down.
Exactly, he's the anchor. So I will start with the books that I have read. Yes,
if he's going to bring us down, we should call him Bruce then, right?
I did pick
Don't
up
bring me
Catwoman 69. This was good. I enjoyed this actually. This is kind of reminded me of Rambee's run. Typically this isn't really my scene, but as far as this story goes, I thought it was pretty good.
Did you start with Ramvee? Did you never read?
I started with Blake Northcott, and then she was there for 2 issues.
So you started. Okay, so you missed.
I didn't read a ton of Ramvee stuff. I think I dropped off after like 5 or 6 issues of Ramvee.
Joel Jones, I think, had a better run than Ramvee.
I didn't read Joel Jones.
I think that's mainly because it helped the fact that Joel Jones was right around Rebirth, because before all this Bendis crap.
Wow. I have not gotten to read this one yet. Prodigy, Slaves of Mars. I have not gotten to read this yet.
There's a talking cat in this book, bro.
Spoiler.
Oh, I'm just saying, that sums up for me how great it is.
This one I just read. I literally just finished reading this one. This is Destro number 5. This is the finale leading into the G.I. Joe ongoing. This was really good, actually. I think this might have been the strongest issue of the miniseries because there's Destro going toe-to-toe with the twins, the Crimson Twins. Unexpected ending. I did like the ending, setting stakes.
There was one key thing in there. When he hits one brother, the other one really feels it. He comments on that.
Well, that's how the twins work. That's how
I did not know that. So I thought that's funny. Like he's like, really? He's like, all I gotta do is beat the shit out of one of you.
Yeah, you punch one, the other one feels it too. But at the end of it, the twins, and Cobra Commander, they all strike up at like an uneasy alliance. Then he tortures his cousin. He gives him the Man in the Iron Mask treatment.
Oh my gosh. I was like, so is that a character that's in the G.I. Joe run then?
I don't know if his cousin is. I don't remember his cousin.
Because that was like, he's scolding and he puts on the guy's face and burns it.
Because like 1 or 2 issues ago, his cousin, who he left in charge of his company, sold it to the twins. And so it's all like
so now we have Dr. Official, Dr. Doom.
Yeah. Titans, number 16. No more Tom Taylor. Now it's John Layman. This was pretty interesting. The art is not my favorite, but the story in this so far was pretty interesting. A little changing of the guard. Wally leaves the Titans to go join the league because apparently Barry is powerless now. Good, by the way. He should be. Aqualad is also not on the team anymore. But Roy, they remember Roy existed, so now Roy is on the team. And Nightwing steps down from leadership duties. He lets Donna step in and become the leader of the team, which is pretty cool.
Did Barry? They explain how Barry lost his powers? Was it in this book?
No, it didn't explain. That was part of Absolute. It was part of the Absolute Power series. That's all I know. Right. They don't do a deep dive into that here.
I thought maybe it was Cy Spurrier bullshit.
But they actually leave the Watchtower, even though they like supposedly are getting their own section. They actually spend a lot of time in Titan's Tower in Bloodhaven. But they end up fighting the Clock King, is the first villain of this new arc. So that was pretty interesting.
Clock King's awesome. I like him when he's involved. The only thing I find stupid with that is that how any speedster can lose his speed unless it's stolen in from another speedster.
Well, because everybody's powers got stolen during Absolute Power.
I'm sorry, he has a Speed Force. He should always be connected, regardless.
Whose turn is it here?
Well, I'm just pointing out that how crappy some of this writing is for DC.
I have not read this yet. I been kind of I think talked a lot about this one. I'm going to be reading it.
Star-Lord. Yeah, that's pretty much Star-Lord and Ming.
This one, okay, we got Ultimate Spider-Man number 10. Good issue. I was kind of expecting Green Goblin like tie up Jameson. No, this was good though. For like an exposition issue, I thought this was really good. Seeing Wesley, I thought was pretty interesting. I love the whole not good cop, bad cop, but like this whole partnership, the way Ben and Jameson, the way they work together. I find it entertaining. I think it's really cool. Another one I have not read is Green Lantern. It is actually next up in the reading list. I tried to read it today, but work just kept me too busy. I did like the last issue though, so if this picks up right after that, I'm expecting
it is
fun
good
things from it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna blow out. I gotta get some sleep. So
all right, see you, Jeff.
Right, later.
I'm almost done reading. I was reading through this one while Geekeasy was talking. Uncanny X-Men issue number 4. I was enjoying it so far. I haven't finished it out yet. Basically, it's Rogue going up against this giant monster witch lady in the woods. I do like how they reference how she apparently she's like she still has powers from when she absorbed Captain Marvel and Wonder Man. So they reference that. That was kind of neat. That's pretty much all this. Most of this is Rogue versus this witch lady.
There's no Gambit in this because it shows Gambit.
There's a little bit. There's a little bit. Gambit calls Rogue and he's like, "I'm going to come help you." And Rogue wants to fight this giant thing herself, so she goes.
Yeah, my friend Cheryl is obsessed with that book right now because she loves the whole Rogue and Gambit dynamic. You know,
the Rogue and Gambit part is nice. I mean, honestly, the whole team. I mean, Nightcrawler was good in here. I thought for the brief moment he was in here. Wolverine wasn't in here a ton. At least he's at the beginning. I haven't, like I said, hadn't finished it yet.
Hey, at least they're not doing the corner box, then only showing like one person. I hate that.
This was the most fun book of the week, I think. The Eclipso story. I honestly thought this was going to be a 2-part story and it was going to wrap up already, but then the end of it, just the cliffhanger it leads on, I was like, oh, it's not done yet.
I imagine
this was a lot of fun though.
It's a new story arc that they're starting off probably.
No, it's the same story arc. It's still the same Eclipse.
Well, I'm saying, didn't the one with the robots got taken over with the Mazos? Didn't that go for like a couple issues?
I went for like 3 or 4 issues.
Yeah, so that probably will be the same.
I thought this would just be a 2-issue arc because it seemed like things were wrapping up. So the Justice Society comes in, they save the Justice League, they go after because Eclipso takes control of Batman and Superman, and so the JSA splits up to take them both out. There's some really cool stuff in here, like Spectre versus Eclipso, and like just a whole bunch of different ways. The way the JSA is utilized in here, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. The way that they snap Batman out of his Eclipso possession was cool. They make it look like Robin dies, and it kind of brings Bruce's personality back to the forefront. And then, of course, you get the really cool. You almost always have to have this really cool shot of the Justice League and the JSA in the same shot. The art's not Dan Mora's, but it is growing on me. I do really kind of dig it. So yeah, this wins most fun book of the week for me. I just really enjoyed it. So I think that's it. I did not get Moon Knight. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go pick that one up tomorrow. But I think that's all I had.
Like I said, we get an idea of what books you should be picking up. I said, like the Batman and Robin, year 1, get the Batman Last Halloween, World's Finest. Like I said, there's Green Lantern's been good. All the books we've shown off, it's hard to narrow down which.
Green Lantern has been a lot of fun.
It's hard to narrow down which is my favorite so far. But I mean, I picked up that Batman the Wolf because because I like werewolf stories, and it's Batman versus werewolf. The last time I saw anything Batman do anything with a werewolf was Bigby Wolf.
I think so far, if I had to,
or Ram V, that was. But
if you held a gun to my head and I had to choose a favorite comic, I think right now Ultimate Spider-Man might be it. I mean, for Marvel, Ultimate Spider-Man would definitely be it. For DC, probably Green Lantern.
See, I was gonna say Green Lantern, but reading that Batman Year One with Robin, Batman Robin Year One, that's my number one book at DC right now. But
it's just issue number 1.
I know, but I already
Superman is also really good too. Josh Williamson's Superman has also been really good.
All right. Any back issues this week?
No back issues.
Okay.
Just the ones in my shoulder.
All right.
Because I slouch.
It is time for you to be on camera.
Nice. Nice. At the Al Smith dinner, Trump said, "There's a group called White Dudes for Harris, but I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me." He's like 3 feet away from Chuck Schumer. Holy shit!
Oh, that's hilarious.
I said that man is a savage.
He has no chill.
He's always been that way though. Like I said, like I understand it's like either you be brave or you cower and live in fear. It's like you don't get ahead in life if you don't.
Exactly.
And the fact that he speaks out is what pisses people off because like how dare you? They're used to being like not told no, but he's like nope. So it's refreshing.
All right, number 7. Epitaph from the Abyss. Good cover.
Escape from Biden house.
What's that?
Escape from Biden, his daughter.
So it's. I mean, again, it's there. I mean, it's.
The tone.
I will say this though: if we ever do a modern cover ranking, those are some decent good covers, at least in the modern. Tim with the Creep
Oh
shows.
yeah.
Now we won't look at the interior, but we'll look at the covers.
It's
The back says Torment, and that's how Brink felt reading that.
Number 6, Jupiter's Legacy.
Hey.
Like I said,
my friend quietly.
When I DM'd you yesterday, Vank.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on because I've never read a Jupiter's Legacy, but this was not boring. It was one violent book.
So is it kind of like The Boys in that sense with some of the gore?
No, it's all family. And so I'm not really sure what all is going on, but
I mean that's nothing new to the book. I mean there was Jupiter Legacy. I think the first volume there was a dude gets ripped in half or something like that.
Yeah.
Battle.
And again, like I said, I
and with I'm curious though because Big Game. I thought those characters were brought back.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know anything about this, but I'm wanting to support Johns and Miller, so I'm reading everything that both companies are putting out. So we'll see.
I probably will. I mean, if I do pick those up, I'll probably pick them up in trade format. Just read them that way.
The League of Comics Geeks lied. This is $5 too.
Is it? Oh,
yeah. All right. Number 5, Batman Full Moon.
Nice.
Yeah, we pretty much reviewed this already. I enjoyed it. Absolutely, I'm going to keep going with it.
Do you know? Be great. You know they did the anime, and if you've seen this, but I know Zach has. Disney put out that Werewolf by Night TV show, the little movie they did.
Yeah.
Was it last year or the year before? It was a Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night. Yeah.
If they did that style, that book, the Batman, and did it like that form, I think kind of cool for a live action or our animated stuff.
Number 4, Prodigy.
Oh, Prodigy.
Prodigy.
On the Slavics of Marx.
This book is excellent. I mean, it's I used to say to people that after I watched an episode of 24 that I needed to read a Superman comic to get some realism. I don't know what I'm gonna watch or read to get some realism after this because it's
Sonic Boom.
It's so freaking improbable, but it's a blast. I mean, it's like I said, if Jack Bauer can kick heroin in 3 hours, these guys can do what they do.
I feel like everyone is watched Rambo or not Rambo, First Blood. And you're like, let's just jump off a cliff.
Update. This issue was pretty good. I like the way it ended.
Well, apparently it was double Zach approved.
There you go. Oh, the other Zach liked it?
Yeah. Said there was a little bit of a couple of anti-humor lines, but other than that, he goes, it was pretty good.
As the native Louisianian, I really appreciate the way Gambit is being written. So
it's
not by Stephanie Phillips. Yeah,
interesting. They said that whenever modern Marvel, whenever there's a individual female book, it becomes a team book.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a team that's basically becoming about just Rogue. I thought, he wasn't, criticizing.
No, but I agree though. That first issue
is pretty good.
It was an interesting observation.
It is. I definitely know that was the case with Captain Marvel.
In that first issue, though, when the kid dies, it all becomes all about Rogue. Rogue's doing the narration, and just everything.
Yeah.
She becomes, and they say it at the end, like, you're now the de facto leader in issue 2. Like, So.
Number 3, Flash Gordon. If you're not reading this book, you should be reading this book. It keeps getting better. If
you're not reading this book, chances are you're probably not even watching this channel.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I don't know. Does Wes show up this book? Talk about this book?
He'll be talking about this Saturday. He loves this series. So we reviewed that. I loved it. Basically, I said Ming's origin. Flash is trying to get off this planet. Ming is screwing him over at every turn. Tries to screw him over again, but Flash's friend basically won't let him. Who I believe is the same descent as Ming, right? Same.
I'm not sure what he's from.
And then Flash like, how do I know you? I know you're just going to turn on me again. He goes, of course I am. But he goes, but what are your options? So there's a hell of a lot of action so far, and they haven't even gotten to Dale. So we'll see what happens. I'm legitimately looking forward to the next one.
I'm just glad Jeremy Adams writing this, because with a girl named Dale, I'm scared anybody else would write this.
Well, Dale's been around for 90 years, so
I know, but it doesn't mean that somebody won't just change it.
Is it Dynamite or Mad Cave that's doing Space Ghost?
That's Dynamite.
That's Dynamite. Okay.
That's the other thing. Dynamite changed their logo now, and so did IDW.
If I were IDW, I'd be trying to change companies.
Ben Templesmith came out. He's like, "What the hell is this ugly crap?" He's like, when I first started, he says when I first started working there, it's like, I said, and I replied as tweet. I said, "Well, at least we can market when IDW imploded."
I said, you're not a serious company if you're employing Heather Antos and Andy Corey.
As I said, now we can mark when that logo shows up. That's when the company started to implode.
Number 2, Batman and Robin, year 1.
Dude, that's
I've apparently ended my boycott.
I forgot about that.
Well, no, how many months has that been? It's been a while. It's
been like what?
3 months.
4.
August, I think, huh?
That's been 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah.
Whenever Butler was.
Yeah.
Whatever that was, but
did you boycott it when Trump almost got shot?
Yeah,
because of Mark Wade's tweets in the aftermath.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He obviously didn't apologize for that tweet, nor should he, if that's how he feels. But I haven't heard a peep out of him since then. So maybe at least somebody saw him and said, "Shut the fuck up already,"
and just focus on the book.
I seriously think there may be something like you talked about, like the Civil War kind of going on behind the scenes at DC. I think that you're probably more right than you know. There's a guy I follow on Twitter.
So
he advertises that he is a Christian and a comic book artist, and he said he just got hired by DC. And it's blatantly on his profile.
So the other thing too, with that, maybe with Jim Lee coming out and you got Jeff Lowe doing, DC's hurting for money, so now they're like telling Mark Waid quit tweeting and just we can
Maybe,
sell
well,
books.
okay, if they want to, okay, that's great. And I'm sorry if it's going to offend people, but if you want to get some people back, dial the gay way back.
As I said, every character is gay. They just don't know it yet.
Well, I used, I said that. I said that in a Thinking Critical video.
Yeah.
But it's like
Zach could be gay and he doesn't know yet.
And I'd forgotten Dick had a sister, but it's not.
Oh my gosh! The end of Nightwing. Yeah.
Yeah, but of course her wife is this black
lesbian.
Amazon.
Yeah.
It's like enough already. I said, we get it. Yeah, I said, but it's
actually Reed's sister.
Reed's sister.
Just tell stories and as a Tom. Well, but then again, the fact that Tom Taylor still gets work, that's yeah. As I DC is like I said, I'm not thrilled with the idea of Lois being Superwoman. I hope it's temporary.
I think so. Will be.
I'm sure it will be.
But Green Lantern is still. I didn't quit that because I wasn't enjoying it. Same with Superman. And I said I'm reading 3 different Batman things now. There's the 2 that came out this week and last Halloween.
So, and we talked about this before with Green Lantern and the whole retcon was on the New 52 when basically them being childhood lovers and friends, versus So I mean, when Jeremy Adams did that, like I said, I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's Jeremy Adams was doing with the retcon. He's adhering to that because he can't change it. Yeah, so, but I mean,
you can change it. You can change
a lot of people, but I hear people tell they don't like the way he's writing the book because they're like, oh, Carol, just use that guy and just chuck them real fast, and just like they're sick of it, and like Carol is subservient, to Hal. And I'm thinking like you guys just hate people are actually in a happy relationship because right now they're happy.
It's like if you start reading Fantastic Four. Well, it's like if you're watching General Hospital and Sonny and Carly aren't together, it's only a matter of time.
So here's my thing, though.
Green Lantern. Don't interrupt me in the middle of making a soap opera point. If you're reading Green Lantern,
sorry, I didn't know you're in a soapbox.
Soap opera box. If Carol and Hal aren't together, again, it's only a matter of time. Sorry, if you're a Cowgirl fan, sorry, it ain't gonna last. Just like if you're a Silver St. Cloud fan, it ain't gonna last because it's always gonna be Catwoman now.
So here's my prediction for Jeremy Adams: as long as he's on Green Lantern, Carol and Hal are gonna be together. I don't think they're gonna break up.
Y'all aren't talking about the more important relationship forming in Green Lantern, which is Guy Gardner and JoJo Mullen's fine ass.
Wait a minute, JoJo Mullins is a lesbian.
And yet here's Hal saving. No, I don't think they're a relationship. It's just Guy Gardner actually saving the black lesbian.
The only thing I had issue with that whole entire book was the fact that we had what do they want to get? They had the youngest Lantern, the one that hacked into the ring and stuff. She's the main she's the main focal point that the bad guys wanted to find out how she's able. They're diving into her mind and stuff. And I was like, can we just forget about that character? And the funny part is that she's been left to rot. No one's trying to save her here.
Well, she should be. It's stupid.
But if Jeremy Adams can do something interesting with her, I'm all
there's
for
nothing
it.
you can. There's nothing interesting you can do with that character.
Issue, by the
way. Do you got more to show?
Well, I've got one left, but you know what? I would love to see Jeremy Adams have the fortitude, or whoever's writing that part of the story. Is that a backup, or is that part of the Jeremy Adams story?
I think it was all just part of the same story.
Okay,
it's all one story. There's no backup.
Let him hook up.
Yeah. You're talking about Guy and the
Guy and JoJo Mullins' fine ass.
I think you're about Teen Lantern. I was like,
the only reason I would not want to see that is because I like Guy and Ice together. But I see the point you're trying to make.
But Fire's already with Ice.
Yeah, they're a couple now.
Are they?
Yeah. Well, it was. They didn't come right out and say it, but just like everybody that isn't too stubborn to admit it knows that Scarlet and Jinx are a couple. Fire and Ice are as a result of that wretched miniseries.
Hey, I don't mind if the two girls are a couple as long as they invite one of the other guys to hang out with them.
And number one, to the surprise of no one, Ultimate Spider-Man. This is terrific. I said it. I thought that, I said, I will take exposition issues 9 times out of 10 if they're this good.
Hickman does exposition really well.
This is not always, but he's doing it here. I mean, more often. I mean, I said, I know you like him more than I do, and I'm about 60-40.
The other thing we got to talk about now, because of the alternate universe, they're bringing Chris Condon is now announced that he's doing a year one Ultimate year one, but he's doing Wolverine
as a Winter Soldier type person.
Do we really even need that? He's dead. We showed him dead in the Ultimate universe.
Do we need comic books at all? I mean, come on.
But if you're doing year one before he was dead, look, if people like it, and if it gets,
maybe it'd be good. I don't know. Like I said, we'll find out because he's doing Green Arrow. Don't
interrupt me while I'm not making a point.
Fine.
No.
So what's going on, Zach?
No,
go ahead, Green.
I am cautiously optimistic that this industry might be getting a tiny bit better.
I think so too.
I remember I said it 6 months ago. The other Zach was throwing dirt on the entire industry. He's even got a little optimism back.
SNL's been funny again.
And I will say that
SNL actually was funny.
And I will say that the fact that Zach has definitely, thrown away his black pill and thrown away a good chunk of his red pill, maybe maybe it leads to a greater sense of optimism.
I think so.
I'm seeing some things. I said, I am extremely encouraged at Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee doing a book. Now I said, Zach, you said that you'd heard that all 6 issues were done. I won't believe he did 6 issues in a row after I've read them. That's how little faith I have in Jim Lee. But it said it's like, again, not to borrow again from the other Zach, but the industry, now it's time to make money. And like, so when he called the industry they them daycare center for the last 10 years, that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. But but you're seeing they're bringing the pros back, and like I said, hopefully now there's still some things like I said, the assholes at Marvel have to finally come to terms with the fact that Amazing Spider-Man could be selling so much more than it is.
So I gotta ask though, is Teenie Howard moved on to any other DC book that she got kicked off of Catwoman? Is she in the absolute crap?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right.
Like I said, okay. Let's talk upgrades. Teenie Howard turns into Torrin Grumback.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
Bill Kennedy turns into Josh Williamson.
I don't know if that's an upgrade, but they're both good.
Where we had before. Actually, no, was it Bendis? Bendis was on. Was Phil Kennedy only on Action, or was he on Superman?
Phil Kennedy was on Superman, but that was before.
Yeah, that was War World. That was before.
Yeah.
But no, I'm talking about. I mean, literally from month to month, you go from Teenie Howard. But then again, this is the same company that just gave us what was that? Gotham City Sirens. I said, anything Tom Taylor's writing.
Oh my God!
I said it's again. There's about if I want to stretch, I say World's Finest, Superman, Green Lantern. I don't, as far as like monthly titles goes, I don't know if I'd be willing to go any farther unless Jeremy Adams picked up a second book. I mean, I don't care enough about the Titans at this point, unfortunately. And as long as Chippy's on Batman, I'll be satisfied with the 3 other side stories I'm reading.
So this week alone for DC, you had Action Comics, Wonder Woman, Titans, Green Lantern, Catwoman, Batman and Robin, Dark Knights of Steel, All Winter, number 4, Batman Full Moon, Jenny Sparks, and then you had Harley Quinn on Paradise, whatever. Then Nothing But Nightwing.
But then, but then you got to remember, I said Wonder Woman is terrible.
Yeah.
So I said one of their 3 flagship books or flagship characters are in the hands of a clinically depressed, whatever he is, with just catastrophic mommy issues.
Next week, Dan Waters takes over Nightwing.
Yeah, that's right. Dan Waters. That's who it is. That's the guy.
If you know what, sometimes writers will pick up the threads of the previous writer, and we think that's nice.
I hope not.
I hope he freaking ignores everything that happened up to this point.
So Tom Taylor is now on Detective Comics.
Yeah,
but then I'm not reading Detective.
I'll just stick with my 3 side stories.
Absolute Batman, though. There is Absolute Batman.
Oh yeah, there's 4. Then 4. Then yeah, Absolute Batman, and Robin, Full Moon, and Last Halloween.
There's a Green Lantern Dark coming out this next week? What is that?
Yeah, but I don't.
Oh yeah, next week I think.
Who's the writer on that?
That's Tate Brownbell.
I don't know who that is.
Let me look.
By the way, just finished this.
First
It was really good. Y'all were right. I don't know that it so much made Ming a sympathetic villain. It just made him like a really dastardly son of a bitch.
Oh, I said, yeah. There's nothing redeeming about Ming. It's
nothing at all.
All right, so this is the guy who's writing this. Tate Brownbell is gonna be writing Batgirl number 1 for All In.
There's a new Batgirl series coming?
Yeah, coming out.
He is still merciless, Rhaegar. He actually is.
It's coming out on November 6th.
You know what else comes out?
And it's a Cassie story.
Wait a minute.
Cassandra Cain.
Cassie.
Cassie Cain. Cassandra Cain.
Cassandra Cain. Then there's Cassie Sandsmark.
Main characters is Cassandra Cain and Lady Shiva.
Yeah,
but this guy is also the guy who's on for Dark Horse. He's writing the oddly pedestrian life of Christopher Chaos. He's been writing that. Behold Behemoth. He's got work on that too as well. So, so that's coming out next week. I mean, I'm also looking at. We got Batman Brave and the Bold, Harley Quinn,
JSA,
DC Horror Presents. What is that? Another one-shot thing?
No, when you said that, I was hoping that you said Cassie. My mind registered Steffi.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Next week is Green Arrow, Absolute Wonder Woman, Action Comics, Superman, Nightwing, Detective Comics, Harley Quinn, Batman Brave and the Bold, John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America, Power Girl, Green Lantern Dark. From the DC Vault, Death of the Family, Robin Lives, number 4, DC Horror, and Batman Wayne Family Adventures, 135. So, I mean, they are putting it's 14 titles. Or at least more. 16 titles, actually. Yeah. That's 16 books DC's putting on next week. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Four of the titles would actually get. 4 to 16.
I actually got 4 DC books this week. I was looking at it, I was like, dang, I did not realize I got 4 DC books.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to read the DeMatteis Robin Lives, Death in the Family. But then I also kind of don't because like I preferred Jason Todd the way he went out and how he was brought back.
I like Red Hood and the Outlaws. I thought he was up until they took the red mask away from him and they took away his guns. Like I thought he was good up until that point.
MK Becky Lynch is always the correct answer. She's freaking Irish, bro.
I have no preference. I don't know either of these people.
Yes. Becky Lynch is a wrestler. Charlotte Flair is the man-looking face daughter of Ric Flair. Woo! Shit, that's ugly. She used to look. She was when she was NXT. She looked better, but now she's just got this huge nose. She's got her dad's nose, so it's really just. She looks like her dad with tits. I'm sorry, was I offensive? I mean boobs. I like boobies. Okay. The guy in Fox, the guy in CNN, remember the guy in CNN that said that, and for the host, he's like, guns and boobies.
That was depressing.
Which one?
Jerry Seinfeld just basically apologized to the woke forever. Yeah, he goes, and I said that I once said that the extreme left was inhibiting comedy. I did say, he goes, they're not. They've never done anything to inhibit comedy. And he was basically just a big long apology tour. So he's firmly back in the Mark Ruffalo territory. So
are you freaking kidding me?
What?
In October 30th, 2 weeks from now, Poison Ivy, Swamp Thing, Feral Trees. Writer is G. Will Wilson, and the artist is Mike Perkins. That sucks.
Maybe not, because I've heard. I have not heard any criticism of G. Willow Wilson's writing.
Same.
It's not.
Well, here, I'll remind you. I think it was me and Undead Quinn that were reading the Poison Ivy. It came out last year or year before. It started out good, and then it started getting bad.
But did it get bad, or did it get woke bad?
Okay, she was out with Harley. Her and Harley Quinn were on a break. She was going on murdering people. She ends up murdering what's the guy? The Florical Man, or whatever his name is.
Floronic Man.
Floronic. She murders him. And it turns out he's the reason why she got powers because of him. Like they retcon that bullshit, and then she gets in a lesbian relationship. She works at this job. The guy, the white boss, is a womanizer, so she murders him and has a fling with the secretary that was being abused. I was like, it started getting woke bad. So, but like I said, the first couple of issues are fine because you look past her being a lesbian, she was murdering people. She's a psychopath, and she hasn't done that in a long time. So like I said, that was a plus for me because I can't remember the last time that she actually was a villain. Before all this, I'm misunderstood. I'm actually an anti-hero now. No. But yeah, that's coming out 2 weeks. There's another Penguin special. It's probably Tom King. Wouldn't be surprised. Monel's coming back in Action Comics. That's another one's coming out. Oh, still a lot of stuff coming up. I mean, but as far as me, Batman Long Halloween, which you saw tonight, we're talking about is talk about Superman. We've talked about there's still some good DC titles out there. It's just that not all of them are good. There's a lot that are bad. So, and just look at Marvel, And then JSA is who's writing that?
Jeff Lemire.
That comes out in 2 weeks too.
Yeah, Jeff Lemire has a lot of fans. I don't know that I've read very little of his stuff.
People I know have read like Black Hammer, and they say like his Black Hammer is supposed to be really, really good. I kind of want to give it a read through before his JSA comes out, because a lot of people are saying his work on that means that he'll be good for JSA.
I mean,
he's also writing Absolute Flash too, I think. Yeah.
So here's something though.
Flash, yeah.
In the first issue of the JSA, they're listing who the character is going to be in here. Ruby Sokov. You know who that is? That's the Red Lantern.
The Red Lantern chick, yeah.
Yeah, from the other. She's in here, along with Dr. Elemental, Fog is a new character, John Sorrow. Then you have Scandal Savage, Wotan, Solomon Grundy. These are all supporting characters. Cindy Burnham. And then the main characters are Wildcat, both of them, Yolanda and Ted. And then you have Thunderbolt. Then you have Sandman, Sanderson Hawkins, Todd Rice, Jesse Quick. Like I said, Alan Scott, Kendra Saunders, Hawkgirl, Hawkman, Carter Hall, and Rick. It's just, like I said, Beth Chappell's here, Dr. Faith. Now the only problem they have with this Dr. Faith, it's Khalid Nassour. It's not the Kent.
And I wonder if they will ignore the Jazdia Axelrod series, or if Hawkgirl's going to be a lesbian in this.
I don't know. I'm wondering if they're going to ignore the whole Jeff Johns one. He just got that. If that's it, and they just ignore it, because they're still showing, like I said, that Red Lantern, Ruby Sokov, she's mentioned in this.
Well, I mean, she was in.
She was in the
John's run.
Was she really?
Briefly.
In the Goyer John's run?
No. The new one that he just finished.
That's what I mean. That's what she was introduced in. I wonder.
Is Stargirl anywhere to be found?
Not in this issue, but he has said there's a large roster that he's going to be going through. I don't think she's in this issue, but I mean, they ended the last run with a whole Stargirl issue.
Yeah, it's her.
But I mean, he does have Our Man and Jesse Quick. I mean, that's from the Johns run.
There's no Power. There's no Power Girl.
No Power Girl. But again, that's just not in this issue. There's no Mr. Terrific either. They could still show up later. So,
Oh man, like you said, every week there's a bunch of Batman titles. Batman by Gaslight, the last issue comes out November 13th.
Wait a minute, the last issue, it's 12-issue series.
Oh, is it 12? Okay, I'm so used to having being 6. That's why.
Okay. I was address some Rhaegar said, I don't know if that matters at this point, because I said, Trump is going to win, and he said he's going to release it. So it seemed to me I'd try to be thinking about trying to get on Epstein's client list.
Oh yeah. Well, I heard he was gonna undox or I don't know what the word is I'm trying to find. He was gonna release a bunch of information about JFK, the whole JFK assassination.
And then now they're doing.
Yeah.
So the other thing they're doing now is this thing called DC Uncovered, or at least Batman Uncovered, as he had a Wonder Woman Uncovered.
Sabrina had one too, I think.
Yeah, so throwing one shot, so we're in the Cape Crusaders' most captivating covers. That's all it is. So you're gonna have Sabrina Futch doing like the writing, and then Greg Capullo, Jim Lee, Michael Janin, David Flinch, Doug Mankey, Clay Mann, Jorge Jimenez, and then Joel Jones are listed as So they're doing all these cover gallery, these art gallery things releasing, and all. Black Lightning's got another one coming out too.
Yeah, Black Lightning's got a new series. Yeah.
Who's this again? Is this
I have no idea.
Is Isabella? I'm a pussy.
It's not guy? Tony Isabella.
It's just as well. It's
Brandon
not
Thomas.
It's not. Oh, is it Brandon Thomas?
Yeah.
He is a ginormous racist.
6 issues, it'll be done.
It's going to be god awful.
So yeah,
he's the one that did the Mr. Miracle story where the Black Mr. Miracle was complaining about how oppressed he was as he was getting ready to do a jump from space.
Now they're doing there's a Renaissance of Raven. What the heck is this?
Oh yeah, there's like a little. I know what you're talking about. I don't know where.
And then there's the question all along the Watchtower.
That's a little mini series.
Alex Segura and Cian Tormey are the team on that.
Yeah. I remember seeing the solicit for that because I think it was right after I finished reading some Dick Tracy, and I was like, "Oh, this could be neat if he writes question like Dick Tracy."
Also, if you didn't think that DC was still greedy, they're releasing Batman Robin Year One, the Noir edition, November 20th. Yeah, black and white, November 20th.
It's not a bad idea. Dude, if they did black and white on like newspaper print or newspaper paper, like I would.
My question is, why don't you just wait the first 6 issues out, or the whole series is out, or a miniseries, and then release it all in black and white as alternative, and get your money that way?
Now I will say that I appreciate DC spotlighting some characters that have been getting short shrifted recently, but Brandon Thomas is horrible, and it's gonna be he's John Ridley, John Ridley light, and it's just like I said, I have zero because
probably could have actually hired Tony Isabella, and it probably would have been better.
Well, maybe not, because his second crack at Black Lightning was terrible too.
Oh, was it?
First one I will still put up against just about anything I've ever read. But that's I said he's got that one great story arc. But I don't even know if anybody remembers who Black Lightning is at his core. Yeah, he was a high school teacher that wore a powered suit given to him by a man who made equipment for supervillains who was trying to atone for it. He had an ex-wife. He was a dedicated school teacher, but now, I mean, this was long before they introduced daughters and and it made him uber powered and whatnot. But Black Lightning is the epitome of a street level character who has long since not been anything resembling that, and so he's just the name now.
Other books coming out. November 27th. It says Batman Santa Claus Silent Night returns.
Yes,
Jeff Parker's returning. Write this.
I'm G.I. Joe. What is the matter with you?
Batman, Robin, Santa Claus, and Zatara. Or Zatara.
The series last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was good.
Yeah, this is a sequel to it.
Yeah. Last year was a solid Christmas miniseries.
Shazam's still ongoing.
Yeah,
and then there's
Shazam's been pretty good. I'd call it a good all ages. Like if you have a kid that wants to read, I think it's a good comic to get for your kids.
And then there's this again. We got the Superwoman special coming out. That's the one Breen was talking about. Lois, Joshua Williamson, Mason Holiday Planet Editor, Chief's got superpowers, became Superwoman. Finally told.
Yep.
And guest starring the Atom, Mr. Terrific, Supergirl, and Silver Banshee. Batman Dark Patterns is another one by Dan Waters and Hayden Sherman. Set in the early years of Batman's career, the Batman Dark Patterns delves into 4 mysterious cases as he attempts to cement his place in Gotham City's protector, while the city itself fights it back against him. And this Dark Knight detective, the most stripped down core, a man relying on his wits, and little else he tackles some of the most twisted mystery in Gotham City and his protector has ever encountered. Case 1, We Are Wounded. Sickly gruesome murders that have sent shocks away through Gotham. Are these random works of a serial killer, or is something more sinister at play? Batman attempts to get to the bottom of the mystery before any more victims are claimed. $5, 32 pages.
A new DuckTales comic coming out.
It's a one shot. Or at least it's. I don't know. It's what I guess.
No, it was an issue too. There's a new DuckTales from.
No, not DuckTales, but that's cool. Like I said, I'm just going through the DC stuff. I'm like,
you're going. Okay. That's right, Brian Stamm. New G.I. Joe, November 13th.
Wow,
on my calendar. I am ready for it.
I'm just looking at some of the covers there. If you just go League of Comics, just go under publisher and just click it, so you only have DC. Catwoman 71 looks pretty cool. A tribute to Halle Berry's Catwoman on the cover.
Not a bad tribute.
She's in the tub full of ice and she's got the Halle Berry outfit on.
That was a great outfit.
The guy behind, like I said, these are some really cool covers. Speaking of cover ranking, there is nothing tonight, but I guess there is tomorrow and then also on Sunday as well. But alrighty though. Anything else we need to go over? Tomorrow night, there will be readings, but they'll all be pre-recorded. Same with Saturday. I am out of town, and Trusty is not going to be around either. Pixel figured might as well just take the day off because we're going to let Breen watch sports.
I'm sure Breen is so thankful.
Speaking of sports, Zach, my condolences.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Did the Saints just fall apart after?
We're not. The less we talk, we don't have to talk about the Saints. We can stay focused on LSU. That's okay. We have them.
MK, are you on like a 2-month delay? He's just noticing that
you didn't even bring up New Gods.
No, well, because we already have the old gods. We don't care about the new ones. MK is violating. Venkman rocking the handlebar with the great chin beard. Where's he been?
Yeah, he's had that.
Had this forever.
Where did God, I Ram V on New Gods. Ooh, that is potentially boring as hell.
So Well, I'll just say this. Remember
It
the
could be, but it could
So-
also be really good.
What was the other one? The Signal? The one
What do
you're
you mean?
written by him? Right, Ram V? What's it called?
Dawn Runner?
The Virgil? Or whatever it's called? The Vigil?
The Vigil.
That's
I
just
like that one.
I just remembered it first they even existed. I forgot about it because no one talks about it. And that was like a 3-issue limited series or 5.
It was a 6 issues here. What is it with you in 3? Miniseries are 6 typically.
Well, not always.
3-issue miniseries
But
used to be.
that's like saying football games, always go into overtime. No, they can sometimes go into overtime, but generally, they
First
don't.
of all, I would never talk about sports games because I don't.
I
watch
know
sports.
you wouldn't. That's why it was hypothetical. His Vigil series was really good. If you haven't read Vigil and you're watching this, go check it out. It's good spy superhero stuff.
So Ram V is off a detective. Tom Taylor's going on the detective. Ram V is just going to go into a maxi series then with the New Gods.
I think it's supposed to be an ongoing.
So I'm surprised that he hasn't figured, you know what, I got enough money now, I can finish Paradiso.
Paradiso was finished.
No, it wasn't. It was canceled in the middle of the run. We did a whole.
It was finished.
We did a whole book report on it, bro.
Don't give me that Jerry Seinfeld impersonation. Come on.
It's more. Well, if I start putting my hand up, it's more like George. Come on.
Yeah,
anyway, no. I still say that his Paradiso is probably the best book I've ever read by him.
I don't know. It was all right.
The whole creative team, the art. Yeah.
These Savage Shores was really good. Was there anything else by Ramby that
Jackson saying, "My God," still on.
It's
Jackson,
like
we're saying, "My God, he came back."
Jackson, you know how these streams go. Come on now.
No.
I don't think Dick Tracy is ending after 5 issues.
No, it's going to be
12.
There is a 6th one coming up in December.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a break between 5 and 6. Like issue 5 came out late September, and issue 6 doesn't come out to the beginning of December.
Was Undead Quinn here at all this I didn't see him in the chat earlier. I guess he didn't pop
I
in.
didn't see Undead Quinn. I didn't see him in the chat.
I hope he's doing well wherever he is. And Glenn's here. It's great to see you here. Well,
Justice
Brian?
League came out. Justice League Unlimited. I can't believe you left that one out. Justice League Unlimited, late November.
Well, I did see it, and I added it to my pull list.
It's
Mark Wade and more.
But it's also more. It's your world's finest team.
The reason I didn't bring it up because we've talked about it before. It's nothing really new.
We can talk about it tonight.
Yeah, I know, but when I first announced, was about a month ago. We're talking about it.
Yeah, but y'all were still on your anti-Mark Wade soapbox.
I was never on anti-Mark Wade. That was your paw. You apologized to him.
You were kinda. You were standing right behind him with the pitchfork.
So now you're getting down on me for supporting family.
I'm not getting down on you for supporting family. I'm just saying don't shy away from the fact that you were supporting family.
Well, I'll just say this. Me and Paul, we stopped buying Mark Wade books. And until today, we both bought them.
Hyde Street has a Christmas issue. It's only 3 issues in.
Well, Christmas is coming up.
No, it's a Christmas story. Oh, that's funny. That's going to be weird.
I wonder if Hyde Street's going to be like Criminal in a sense. Like you really have no one you really want to root for. But they kind of make you feel a little bit.
I also hate that we're getting a West Coast Avengers book, but it's not the West Coast Avengers. Not.
Wait, RoboCop is starting a new series on Prime. Is it called Prime Directives?
Yeah.
The launch of the miniseries from the sci-fi in the 90s?
That'd be funny. Blade has a Red Band book coming out too. And it's written by Brian Edward Hill.
I had a root canal today. What?
Brian Hill has a new Blade series that he's doing, and it's a Red Band.
It came out last year. Or not last year, but last week. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Did you get it?
No, because I didn't realize it was out. And then if they're only offering it on Red Band or
Red Band, yeah.
Red Band, I kind of don't care for it then. Sorry.
Extra
I don't know. I'll pick it up maybe when they release the trade format.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just saw that. I didn't realize they had an extra. I didn't realize he was doing another Blade series.
Unless it's Blade just doing what he does and just killing monsters. I don't like when Blade gets involved. Like. I don't like Team Blade books.
The cover has him like splitting a vampire's head open. There's like brains and stuff.
He should have been at the Bernie Wrightson ranking last night.
Nah, I don't go for that. I don't like the horror stuff.
No, last night was
glad that guy. I'm glad my.
Are you sure? I thought it was Bernie Wrightson again.
Yeah, the only acceptable team for Blade is Hannibal King and Frank Drake.
Yeah. You know what about Whistler's daughter?
Who?
Whistler, his daughter. Jessica Biel.
Okay.
Sure.
What are you eating there? Eating cookies?
Pringles?
Yep.
No. His mouth was too wide open for Pringles.
Yeah. Good point.
You can hear the crunch, sediment or something.
How do you feel about Black Cat joining the Avengers? It's a weird pick.
Well, that's the thing. It's Spider-Man. Well, it's not Jed McKay, is it? Who's writing it?
It is Jed McKay.
I take back everything I said about him. That sucks.
No, I'm sorry.
She's a thief.
That's
like Selena Kyle joining the Justice League.
It really is. And they did that once in New 52.
The artist, though, I am kind of excited because of the artist. He's that guy that drew. I think he was drawing Daredevil, and he had that one issue where She-Hulk was in the book, and he drew She-Hulk like really, really well, like better than whoever the artist for the Rainbow Rowell book ever did.
MK, you had a root canal? Probably take some ibuprofen.
Yikes!
Ibuprofen, take that, and just kind of like go lay down. Don't move around as much.
Ice that for sure.
Yeah, ice it. Ibuprofen, take the swelling down.
Horror stuff does not scare me. I'm just tired of it, MK. My roommate that I had for 3 weeks, he lives for this time of year. I come home from work every day. He has a different horror movie on TV. It's obnoxious as balls. I hate, there's a million movies out there. Why are you watching B and C rated horror movies? No. I gotta ask, is it like 2000s up, or is he watching like classic stuff? I wish it was classic stuff. I tried to get him to watch. I wanted to watch the original Creature of the Black Lagoon. I've been wanting to watch it for like a month. But no, it's all like 2000s and up. So it's like Silent Hill, Halloween movies, and some of the bad Halloween, like not 2000s Halloween, like some of the bad.
So you should be watching all this stuff.
See, like those, I'm okay with those.
Yeah,
these are awesome. You have the Abbott and Costello one, do you? No, you don't.
No.
Wow, that's a shame. That should be right in the middle because many of these monsters have a movie with Abbott and Costello.
It's a classic Universal. I don't need Abbott Costello. I watched
Universal. That was made by Universal.
It was made by Universal.
But these are before that, though.
Yeah, but there's like literally an Abbott and Costello and Boris Karloff movie.
Honestly, that's like watching the Wolfman meets Dracula and Frankenstein. After a while, the first Wolfman was great, and then you start doing crossovers, and it started getting weaker and weaker.
Okay, but Abbott and Costello and Frankenstein is actually very well thought of because it was. I mean, it was a comedy, obviously. But it was very well done and
it was extremely.
Also, if you haven't gone on Extreme Movie Show,
we watch that movie for Extreme Movie Show. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
Well, right now we've been reviewing all the classic Universal monster movies. Right now we have a poll up. Right now, if you can choose between The Bride of Frankenstein, you can also choose between The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I believe the other one was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which isn't Universal, but it's still a darn good movie. They're all from the early 30s. Yeah.
Abbott Costello.
I understand because we're not doing Abbott Costello. We're doing more serious ones. Dude, don't knock them. Dude, they're
not knocking them, but it's like you're knocking a good comedy.
Well, maybe it is. I'm just saying that's not what we're reviewing on the channel, though. We're this week though will be Claude Rains, The Invisible Man, this Sunday, and then the following Sunday will be Dracula. 1931. Whatever wins the poll for this week will be the movie after that. So, Never watched the original Hunchback. Right now, the last I checked, it was tied in a 3-way tie. So I was like, okay, what do we do now? We just get the bag of votes out, and I just because honestly, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I kind of want to. Joe
Jackson, if this show was Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, it would be a lot funnier.
No, I was like, Glinzer said Joe Biden is the new Claude Rains.
Joe Biden's not a new.
Honestly, if you've never watched any of the original
Creature of the Black Lagoon?
No, but nothing else. You haven't watched The Wolfman, LeBlanc Chaney.
Lon Chaney was the Wolfman, by the way, in the Abbott and Costello. Actually, they had all the actors. Bela Lugosi.
No, but you never watched the first one.
Never the original movie. No.
Okay. Or Frankenstein.
No.
Okay. You should check those out. They're fun. This collection, I got this 6 collection at Walmart, bro. It was like $20.
Like, are they streaming anywhere?
Maybe on Prime. I think I got to pay
maybe Prime or Tubi or something. I don't know.
Tubi does not have any of the ones that are the ones that are showing off, like Frankenstein, Karloff, and the Mummy.
Yeah.
But H.G. Wells' Invisible Man, by far, after watching some of the other ones, like I watched the Wolfman, I watched Frankenstein, I watched, the Mummy before, and the one that stands out so far to me after watching all these is the Invisible Man. It is just fun. I know, like I said, I my first experience with the Invisible Man was Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon, and now I can see why I like that movie so much, because the original with H.G. Wells, it's based off of H.G. Wells' book. He didn't write the screenplay.
The original is Claude Rains. It plays the Invisible Man.
No, but I'm saying H.G. Wells wrote the book, but he didn't write the screenplay though. They did.
No,
anyway,
I think he was already dead by then.
Was he?
I think so.
Because the Invisible Man was like 1933 or 31.
Well, yeah, Robert E. Howard's been dead since 1936, but they're still making Conans.
But I don't know, man. Like, so I like I said, that's a very fun movie.
Now, objectively, as far as the original 8 or so, Bride of Frankenstein was probably the best movie of the bunch.
I haven't watched that yet. It's on
probably followed by Frankenstein.
I love the actor plays Frankenstein.
Dracula, Invisible Man are right up there. Werewolf was about 9 years later. I mean, or 9 or 10 years later.
Yeah.
The
Curse of the Werewolf.
Well, the original Wolfman movie, I think, was 1941. So it was 10 years after Dracula and Frankenstein. Oh, wow. So Wells made it to 1946.
Yeah.
So he was alive then.
The Mummy.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, Jax, I was thinking of Jules Verne, because you wrote all the other shit that everybody adapted.
When I was watching The Mummy, or Pixel, actually Pixel and I watched a lot of these. We used to do Friday Night Flicks. I think about 3 or 4 years ago we watched these, and The Mummy, I kept watching. I'm like, wow, this is like watch.
That's what I would watch. I like The Mummy.
I watched The Mummy. I kept thinking, like, well, quickly, when are we gonna get Carter Hall? Because everything was in there. It just felt like I was, watching Hawkman from the Golden Age.
I was gonna say something. Brian Stamp said she was I don't know that I could ever agree to that she was a hottie, but I love that actress. And if you want to see a movie that she it's called Witness for the Prosecution. It's one of the Billy Wilder movies where Charles Lawton plays a barrister who's just gotten out of the hospital, and she's his nurse, and they were married at the time. And those two are just so much fun together to watch. It's just one of those. I'm a huge Billy Wilder fan, but yeah, Elsa Lanchester is just phenomenal in that.
One of the girls that was in a movie we were just reviewing, one of the Creature movies. Her husband was Richard Dennings, the guy from Creature Black Lagoon. I think it was the blonde from the Wolfman. that was in there. That was supposed to like the love interest. She in real life she married the guy Richard Dennings from The Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. They probably saw each other when they were like, just remember it's just a small closed sets in Hollywood. So I don't know. Check out Gods and Monsters and Shadow of the Vampire. I was gonna say the last time I checked anything Gods and Monsters, it was a horrible book. That's the DC one, right?
Yeah, that's the one that's like an alternate universe. It's almost like the Justice Lords. Like it's like an alternate Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. MK, yes, the redhead on Taxi is fine.
Mary Lou Henner. And Margaret.
Margaret always.
Woo! I'm gonna go watch Taxi now, y'all.
Go watch Swinger with Anne Margaret. She's got the green sweater on. She's got the black leggings on there, tight leggings, like dancing around. Dude, it is great.
If you want to see Kitten with a Whip, Bye Bye Birdie.
Yep.
Yeah, she was pretty. She had a couple of the Elvis movies that she made.
Like I said, if Elvis was not, I believe it. If Elvis was actually, having a relationship with her, because who wouldn't? She's hot. Love Marlou, but Anne Margaret any day, says Jackson.
Now, Mary Lou Henner stayed very attractive. She is to this day.
I think she still is. I saw a picture of her recently. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and dancing on the Tonight Show with Carson. Yeah. There was another one. I thought, wasn't there another one, an actress that you liked even better than Anna Margaret?
Anne Hathaway?
No, not you. Brain. There was one you liked. That was like an Italian actress you liked a lot.
I don't know off the top of my head, but
Rita something.
No, it wasn't me. But you think of Rita? There's Rita Hayworth from the classic days of Hollywood.
Yeah.
She was Orson Welles married her, cut her hair off, and made Lady from Shanghai.
Yeah.
Then
that's I remember Rita and stuff.
Did you see that Marvel is copying DC's little compact trade digest paperback?
Are you talking about the mini Marvels? They've been messed with.
No, this is something else. It's called the Premiere Collection.
Show it off.
Present. Hang on. I always forget how to do this.
Present, share screen.
I see. Here we go.
And just do StreamYard.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So Marvel unveiled a line of Premiere Collection compact trades, not unlike DC's compact comics. They are going to be 15 instead of $10.
Well, no one's going to get it, though, because I
don't know, man. Some of these could still be good. I mean, not Black Panther because it's Ta-Nehisi Coates. But you've got Frank Miller, Daredevil, Ed Brubaker, Winter Soldier, Jonathan Hickman, Fantastic Four. 3 out of 4 of these are solid.
How many volumes are you going to have for Fantastic Four? For Hickman?
You're not just going to... Dude, I don't know. I'm thinking... I don't know how many you can fit in a compact size. You probably got maybe 8 or 9 issues in there.
Ava Gardner's hot, too. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but anyway, I just saw that. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Sophia Loren. But I would go with Rachel Welch, probably. I don't know.
Raquel Welch? Or Rachel Welch?
You're talking about Raquel Welch, like 1 million BC?
It was Raquel.
Yeah. There was... Oh, God. In the late 60s, Raquel Welch was just...
I mean, Julie Newmar doesn't even have to do anything. She just stand there and I'm from behind, and she looks good.
In fact, I've said this before, but one of the cruelest things anybody's ever done was on the Dick Cavett show, where they had Raquel Welch sitting next to Janis Joplin. I don't know if anybody remembers what Janis Joplin looked like, but it was not fair to her. That poor woman.
Janis Joplin looked like the bus lady from South Park.
Well, she had a rough life.
Yeah, she was heavily in the drugs.
Oh yeah, big time. And
it showed.
She, she'd been with a lot of chicks, but she was also into dudes, and she was in love with this guy, and she thought it was unrequited, so she went to her hotel room and took a bunch of pills, not intending to OD, but did,
Mm-hmm.
or OD'd on heroin, one or the other, whatever killed her. At the front desk was a letter from that guy, saying he was into her. So if she checked her messages,
dang,
she might be an old woman today.
Always check your mail.
She was. I don't know if you guys have heard much of her music, but in my opinion, whether she or Joni Mitchell, one of those two, were the totally different styles of music, obviously. But Janis Joplin was.
Janis Joplin was a hippie, though. She was that's the problem. She goes hippie and probably got to get all the drugs and stuff. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
There's a story from 1969 where Jimi Hendrix offered drugs to Ted Nugent and because Ted was opening for him with his band, the Amboy Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
And he not only turned it down, he tried to get Hendrix to quit.
I still feel that
Hendrix didn't listen.
I still believe that Hendrix was murdered.
He wasn't. He was because Nugent even said he was losing it even as a year before he ended up ODing.
Yeah,
which is a shame because it's that man was just Eric Clapton. So he goes,
all the good guitarists are dying or died.
Well, no, I mean Eric Clapton's still alive. I mean, he can't play anymore much because of his arthritis. But Clapton conceded that Hendrix was the best guitar player. But someone asked him, years after that, and said, how does it feel to be the best living guitar player? And he goes, I don't know. Ask Roy Clark.
Yeah.
Think about that. The guy that everybody knows from Hee Haw was actually, if not the best guitar player on planet Earth.
Well, I mean, we just recently lost Eddie Van Halen about not last year or year before, I think it was. Then we also had many years before that, you had Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, I don't know that I put Vaughn.
No, but I'm just saying there ain't that many good guitarists that I appreciate that are still left alive.
Some of the people that are considered great guitarists,
Taylor Swift was ranked as top guitarist.
Yeah, well, there's
of all time.
There's a term called guitar wankers.
Yeah,
and which is basically just like people that come to mind immediately are Yngwie Malmsteen and Stevie Vai. I need more than just the ability to play like super fast, because the sound that it produces is generally not what I'm into. But yeah, I thought like I said, Hendrix was brilliant, and I've never studied music, but Clapton was considered world class, and
Anyway, so. Like I said, we're gonna have some ratings tomorrow. So two of them, we got Archie meets Batman 66 will be part one of our 2-part videos ratings we did recordings. That will be out issues 1 and 2 in that first reading. And then you also have Marvel Team Up number 37 with the Man-Wolf.
The Man-Wolf
and annoyed Frankenstein.
Arguably the worst 2 issues of Marvel Team Up. Fun, but just not good.
No. I mean, Spider-Man and was pretty much just like, yeah, we don't care about you, Frank.
Well, actually, that's probably about the only part of it that was well written, but it was like,
why would he attack the Man-Wolf? And just it's just it just got the point where it's like, it has Jerry Conway too.
And they can't all be winners, but
the reason I chose it for the channel is because it's.
I told you about them.
Well, no, yeah.
I blame myself, but
you told me about them a couple years ago.
They were fun to read, but I'm saying they were not good. I said Marvel
you brought them up last year,
and really good issues. Those were not 2 of them, but they were more fun to read than those good issues that I talk about. Those were fun.
You brought them up, and I wanted to do a Frankenstein. I remember you talking about that, and so I was like, well, why don't we just do them? Because you get the Baron Stoop or Stupp, whatever his name is, mad scientist. You get Spidey being Frankenstein monster for the first time and finding out that it actually is real and stuff. It's just like it was fun. And then you just randomly throw the man wolf into it because you got to have a werewolf versus Frankenstein monster. And you have the hot one-shot Shield agent, Mrs. Klemmer or Kelmer,
Clever.
but you'll never see her again, as far as I know of. But you didn't need to because she was a ski bunny in the middle of Europe. But I don't know. I thought it was interesting. So, but I'll be releasing more of Batman Dark Victory. Releasing more of those. More issues of that on Saturday. Another Scooby Doo and Ninja Turtles. Archie's the Archie. So the Archie's Ninja Turtles Adventures, issue 4.
Rhaegar, who's shilling for Kamala there that you're talking about?
Who isn't shilling for?
Probably.
Not as many people as were a month ago.
Are you saying Taylor Swift? Because we brought her up before.
Probably.
Yeah. I say Taylor Swift. It is what it is. But
it is what it is.
But
the great thing about what's about to happen is people's lives are going to get better, and the people that think it's all going to be over if he wins, they're going to be fine, because I said it's going to all the rich woke Hollywood people they'll benefit from it because there'll be people, everything will do better, including the box office.
Yeah, people will have more money to spend on movies and stuff.
But they got to virtue signal, and then you get to reap the rewards of So like I'm just I am very, very confident at this point.
I mean, you can see the signs as far as everybody who's basically like doing stuff they normally wouldn't do.
I mean, you've got to be dead in North Carolina if you're voting for Kamala. That at least 90% of that state has got to be pulling for.
On Twitter, there's a video going on Twitter now that they were denying people going in to vote because they had a MAGA tattoo on her face or something like that. There's that video of the girl. I don't know if it's real.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But I'll say, he might even get 25% of Asheville. It's so bad down there.
I mean,
Asheville is the bluest of blue counties in a red state.
Can you imagine if he gets a big chunk of New York that votes red?
Well,
and are allowed to vote red?
No, I've heard that it said Trump has a chance to win the popular vote now. Probably. Because he went to Coachella, last week, was it? And then he's going to New York, or he's actually made a couple trips to New York. Because he said it's because if he can squeeze out the popular vote, then all the leftists can shut up about abolishing the Electoral College for a minute.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be.
Yeah, I mean, even Fox News, Brett Baer showed that he had a penis. He actually stood up to her and asked her actual legitimate journalist questions.
I could have lived my life without hearing that phrase.
That's very accurate assessment.
It is. I still could have lived my life without.
Because 4 years ago, he enthusiastically called Arizona early for Biden, and that cost Fox a lot of viewers.
Mm-hmm.
And
he came out.
He redeemed himself because pointed out his interview with Trump. He was more savage than he was to Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
And he said Trump was pissed at him after it.
But he asked her, so why should we vote for you? You're promising all these things to do stuff, but you could have had done it in 4 years. And she's like, oh, no, Biden was like, no, he's like, no, you were VP. Why, why should we, cast a vote for you when you had all this time? And she starts blaming Trump, and he's just like, There's nothing to do with Trump.
Which she goes, Brett, you know what I'm talking about. We all know what I'm talking about. He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. Congratulations to the New York Mets for getting Max Muncy out for the first time in
Brett Baer.
I'll say,
you can say he's a decent guy, but Brett Baer was always far left on Fox News.
I never watched him on.
He's skewed left.
I don't think he did. I think he is. See, because he's not opinion. He's got to play it down the middle, which is something that, I know it's going to sound like a shill, and I'm not much of a Fox fan at this point.
Yeah.
But, David Muir doesn't even pretend. And I can't even name the other two. They're so inconsequential now.
Sean Hannity?
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm talking like when I was a kid, it was Walter Cronkite, Huntley and Brinkley, John Chancellor. I mean, these guys were legends. Walter Cronkite was farther left than AOC. You never knew it by his broadcast. You didn't find out until after he retired. And that's the way it should be. But, Brett Baer tries to be objective.
Zippity doo dah.
That's awesome.
That's good. That's good.
But like I said, Fox News has been like they've always been kind of like Tucker was once you saw like how Tucker reason he got fired because he went after big pharma and stuff. They wouldn't shut up.
Brian, I was watching that day, and I know I really do think it hurt Harris Faulkner to say that. Not enough to quit, but I know that that given left to her own devices, she would have let him roll on. But yeah, when he said we don't criticize George Soros on this network, it was like, holy fuck, are you kidding me? Now they do now, but at the time, yeah, man, that was it. Because there's one thing I said. I remember that show used to have like 4 smoking hot babes and what they call one lucky guy.
Yeah, right. I remember that. There was one really hot lady on that show.
And Andrea Tantaros.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
She's not there anymore. It's a tragedy.
Yeah, I said you tune to see how much thigh she was showing on any given day.
Glenzer said so Megyn Kelly's got her own show on YouTube?
Yeah.
I think she's getting I heard she was gonna have a show with Candace Owens.
That was a rumor.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a rumor? Oh.
Yeah, she is Megyn Kelly is a savage.
She is. She has
no fucks left to give. She is,
Well, she worked for Fox and then she went to CNN and got run around
NBC.
there. Or what's the difference?
Well, no, she actually got NBC. She was on the mothership. But yeah, she is conservative. She is 100% in on Trump, and she'll just hammer the left now.
She did wasn't she doing those interviews, like those tours with Tucker Carlson sit downs?
But she did an interview with him recently, yeah.
Yeah, and they talked about just things.
But she used to be. I mean, I think she was center right, but she has seen how far to the left has gone. So I don't know if she changed or if her views.
When she was at Fox News, she was coming up to me as an airhead.
Oh God, no! She was sharp as a tack on Fox.
Her the interview she did with Trump, the one where it seemed like she wasn't going to be a big fan of his. I mean, she was pretty. She did not go easy on.
She
Trump,
was not a big fan of his at the time.
She was not, no. And she did not go easy on him.
But she's come around.
Yeah,
because I said the more you get to know him, the more you understand him. Unless you're just so blinded by your ideology that you can't let yourself see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, it's good to see that they're actually, like I said, 8 years ago, Rhaegar, when you watch Brett Baer, you say he was a decent guy, but a lot has changed in 8 years with him. He became a never Trumper. Like most of Fox. Anything Trump did, they criticized him, but they weren't criticizing the left.
But
now
they were. But the difference was they were criticizing the right also, which is how it should be. But whatever you want to say about Brett Baer, he did his job last night.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Which is more than I can say for because the guy from 60 Minutes kind of did, but then they edited it to make her sound smarter.
Can you imagine if she would have said a sit down with Hannity? Hannity probably would have grilled into her too as well.
Hannity would have said, "Do you believe the Democrats want to push Republicans off a cliff, dirty air and water, push Granny off a cliff?" He's got the same 3 talking points he's used for 15 years.
He really does. He really does, though. It's kind of obnoxious. Like, dude.
Well,
if
you listen to his actual radio show, he's not like that. He said he has.
No, he repeats himself a lot on his radio show. I know because my dad and I listen to it all the time.
Is measured. There are lines he won't cross. Yeah, I'm not saying he's part of the uniparty by any means, but he's not like Tucker will go much farther than Hannity ever dreamt of. Megyn Kelly will. Yeah, like I said, because Hannity is still there.
Yeah.
What channel was I watching? Because every time I turned on Fox, it said it came across as useless as some of the CNN stuff. It might as well just be like I said. Tucker and Greg Gutfeld, the only 2 I've actually liked off of Fox News.
Well, Tucker's not even on there anymore.
No, I'm just saying when I was watching Fox News, those are the 2 I liked because the other ones had no balls.
I liked Bill O'Reilly. I thought,
they were just uncuriously anti-Trump. Everyone was anti-Trump, even though after the economy they were.
Well, I think a large bit of that was because the owners were anti-Trump.
Well, no, Rupert wasn't.
Rupert wasn't, but his
sons.
Yeah,
one is a conservative, the other one's a flaming leftist, whose wife was a huge Hillary supporter.
Oh, okay.
And so they've and Fox wanted Fox they kind of changed their mission statement to try to be more respected by the other news, the other cable news outlets, which it wasn't going to happen. But like I said, there's honestly at this point, if I had access to it other than YouTube, I'd watch Newsmax more. But that's neither here nor there.
Newsmax was kind of like I've watched it online or at their app thing. It just felt like I was watching like a repeated like a web series, and it just kept you get the because there's no commercials. But they go to cut the commercials for whatever reason, and then they come back in like, hey, there's no update on the report. It's like, why break away? Just keep talking news. Just keep talking, because they weren't even playing ads. It just played like the Newsmax, or like jingle, and then he come back. It got to the point where it got so annoying. It's like, no.
Yeah, Newsmax is certainly more pro-Trump than
Fox. Oh yeah,
without question.
When the Suns took over for Fox, I said a lot of them they were not allowed to ask certain questions anymore.
But
Fox hasn't been fair and balanced since Hannity and Combs.
Yeah, Fox. Oh, no, I see. Now again, you've got a better chance. A Democrat has a better chance of being treated fairly on Fox than a Republican does on any of the other networks. And I say that as someone who is, like I said, I don't like how Fox has compromised their principles.
Shepard Smith, yeah.
I will give Shepard Smith credit for one thing. He was a leftist, but he worked very hard not to let it show. And he even said in his exit interview that they knew he was gay the whole time, and that never came up with the bosses at Fox. They were totally fine with it. So that shot that myth down. It just he just I don't know what it was that made working there untenable for him, but
anyway, those women. Oh, the View. If Trump wins, like they may take a swing. That's not good.
Maybe they may be 5 of the most well, I'm not going to say idiots, although Joy and Whoopi are.
Obnoxious.
What's your thoughts on the guy, the former Bachelorette contestant, coming out and said that he just faked being trans?
Well, we kind of knew that, but I think. Yeah, Glenser.
Do you think he'll make it out alive?
yeah, Glenser. It's like I said. I'll add to that list. Matt Taibbi, Glenn Greenwald. Matt Taibbi used to annoy the fuck out of me.
Are you freaking
his writing?
But what's the other guy? He does. He's the big liberal. Has his own talk show. He's been around. Not Jon Stewart. It was the other. Well, even Jon Stewart's come around too. Yeah.
Kind of.
No, he hasn't.
Not enough to really.
More so that he, like I said, all these guys they've been pushed so far to the right because everyone's gone so far left.
You're not talking about Bill Maher, are you?
Bill Maher, same thing.
Mm-mm.
Well, Bill Maher still has advanced TDS, but he's
he makes some very good talking points
on a lot of other things, more so than
his little address to that trans singer that was basically like pro Hamas.
Chapel Roan.
Yeah. Well, his whole speech that was hilarious.
Well, because she came out, basically said she refused to endorse Kamala, and her fans, of the tolerant left, dogpiled on her so bad that she reverse course apologized and endorsed her. And that's the thing. It's just, they are a nasty, vicious hive mind that you cannot go up against if you want to keep your career.
I like what Bill Maher said. I love the fact you said, like, you get information from TikTok. It's like,
yeah.
What if we compare it to? It's like getting your information from, I forgot what he said. It was hilarious. I have to go watch it again. I watched it like last week when he was talking about that. Like I said, Bill Maher, he probably, I don't know if he's changed. It's just that he just seems more rational.
He hasn't.
I will say, at least he isn't direct. Like, at least he will have people with different opinions on.
Well, he always would do that, but it's just the left. Tonight or this week, I think he's got that little bitch from the Parkland shooting, David Hogg.
Oh,
and someone more leftist than him. So. That's going to be one to avoid. But yeah, I regular I like Club Random too because he had Gutfeld on there. That's how Gutfeld got him to do his show. And I know he's had Dave Rubin on, and so they. I don't think he's changed as much as the left has just gone so far left that.
I agree with this. He walks the line, and every once in a while he goes over it. Yeah, steps over it. No comment about Hamas, and just and.
Oh no, he's very critical of of Hamas because he's very anybody who kills in the name of religion, Bill Maher has no patience for you.
Yeah,
and that's one he said. Hell, 10, 12 years ago, he got into a big ass argument on his show with Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, I remember that because Ben Affleck was like very pro.
Well, yeah, and
no, he was pro. He was
not Hamas.
He was scared dickless of being accused of Islamophobia.
Right.
So he was defending Islam and more and he was drunk.
And who would have believed that Jennifer Garner would come out after and say, "I'm for Kamala," after she gets a taste of Hollywood again, actually making movies.
Oh God, did you see who worked her endorsement of Kamala into her Broadway show she was performing?
Who's in Broadway? I don't watch Broadway.
Well, the once in future, Mrs. X, Zach Richmond, Anne Hathaway.
Oh,
it was the only thing that kept it from being total cringe was she was wearing the shortest dress I've ever seen with like thigh-high boots. So she looked good saying stupid, but yeah.
And I just want to come out and say, we've been talking conservative talking points here, politics stuff. If you don't share our viewpoints, we're not telling you to go away. You can, I don't.
You're still welcome.
If you vote for Kamala, that's your choice. I'm not going to make fun of you of it for doing that. It's like it's like
sure nobody here is going to be doing that.
Well, the people who might watch this on the replay, like I said, you don't walk in a comic book store and be like, "Oh my gosh, they're pro Kamala." Are you likely to go back there and as a buy stuff from them if they're pro Biden posters everywhere? That's why I kind of do with the YouTube here. Actually, that's why we really don't talk politics on it, because I want to interact with as much people as I can. I don't want people to feel like they're being alienated because they have a different religion or a different voting, whatever. But I'll just say this: if your religion says you need to go behead children, you don't belong here.
You kind of got a messed up religion.
Yeah.
I disagree with Rhaegar, by the way. Jennifer Garner, aside from her political endorsements, she's still pretty fine.
Oh yeah.
Electra in that outfit.
Look,
I may have followed her Instagram account just because of her appearance in that movie.
I still follow on Instagram is the girl from the client list. What's her name? She's also Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, she's still good looking.
I remember her.
She's got that mom body going on.
Yeah, well, no, I said at this point, if it's gonna seep out, and there's never been a time in our history where the two parties have been so diametrically opposed.
Wait. I want to address this. You can look on and have dumb political takes. Apparently, Taylor Swift is the opposite of that.
I don't even think she's hot.
I know, and she has dumb political takes. So
she's almost like a young Michelle Pfeiffer.
Whoa!
He fell for it. He took the bait.
We know governor being here.
It was a little funny.
You bring up Michelle Pfeiffer and say anything negative about her, bro. I
didn't say anything negative. I just said Taylor Swift looks like a young Michelle Pfeiffer.
No. You know who actually looks like a young Michelle Pfeiffer? The actress from Gotham. The one that played Selena.
Oh, God, yes. That's Carmen,
really?
whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The original?
I know
who you're talking about.
Yeah, dead ringer for her.
Huh.
Oh,
I don't know. I have no idea what that girl, if she's even acting anymore, but
I don't think so.
I don't know that she is.
The fact they replaced her at the end of the season.
Well, that was, you know whose idea that was?
Let me guess.
Hers.
Oh, she stepped away from acting?
No. The last episode was set like 10-year jump or a 5-year jump. It said she wouldn't look like that 5 years from now. So they said you
Carmen
go with an older
Bicandova.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's Instagram. I want to know her acting. I'm not sure what she's doing. IMDb. Our biggest role was Selena Kyle. I mean, I don't think she's. I mean, the girl played Stargirl. She's still acting the movie and stuff. Yeah. So this girl, she after Gotham, she went into a movie in 2020 called a short called 3 Days Closer, and then in 2024, Festival of the Living Dead, she plays Iris as a 4.3 IMDb, and that's it. So I think her career might be over. 100 episodes of Gotham, and then that's it.
Yeah.
She was in Girl House, Battlefield America, but unfortunately that's it. Where I think the other one's Becca Bessinger, or Brecca
Bessinger.
Yeah, Breck Bessinger. She's been in a few movies. Honestly, I would love they would have continued that series, even do a movie with her, and have bring back the cast. Want to play Yolanda, too. But I don't know. What was the Hawk 2 girl about? It started off as a viral video, and then she just got recognition.
I think she just got her own talk show. Like
she's had it for a while, yeah. And people are upset because she capitalized and started making money off it.
Like, duh.
Other people are making money off of her. That's what she said. She said she threatened to sue anybody who was basically going to try and make money off of her thing, selling T-shirts with her name and the Hawk 2 thing. And she's like, I'm the one that coined it.
Rhaegar, watch a Deadpool movie. That's what she's looking like. She's in the Deadpool movies.
Marina Baccarin, yeah, she plays Vanessa, and in the last one too, she was in there.
Yeah, she's in all three of them.
I thought her okay, I was trolling on the Hawk Tula girl. Yeah. Big Mike, yeah. Man, that video keeps popping up with the whole Big Mike compilation. They has a dog looking. Huh? And you see the back and forth when she's with the pants. One is perfect. Two I didn't like. Yeah, I agree with you. Two was I didn't care for much as two, but the third one, Deadpool and Wolverine, is just equally as good as the first one. I never watched Firefly.
Firefly is good. Firefly was really good.
I think 3 is already on streaming, isn't it? Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, it came on streaming October 1st.
Yeah.
I think it was October 1st.
I don't know if
it's definitely on Disney Plus now.
I don't think it's on DVD yet or Blu-ray yet.
No, but it is on Disney Plus.
But I saw there's box sets coming out, or you can get you have there's 2 DVD covers. They have Blu-ray. One is gonna be Wolverine, the other side is gonna be Deadpool. So you're gonna buy 2 copies of movies to get to complete that, which people will do. Yeah, and every time speaking of movies, Thunderbolts. Every time I watch a trailer for that, I cringe and I die a little bit more.
Stop doing that.
It comes on to YouTube as an advertisement sometimes. If it's not political,
get YouTube Plus or get YouTube Premium. I always forget that. Other people talk about getting ads, and I have YouTube Premium, so I don't get ads.
If you don't like communist ads, pay the communist people. They will not, and they'll take away the ads. No. I thought Disney stopped putting out Blu-rays. Trying to the last thing I had was on Blu-ray from Disney. I think they actually had. I don't know what Blu-rays, but I know they had the TV series. Jessica Jones. It was on DVD. The first 2 seasons of Daredevil on Netflix.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel, I think, is also on. Was this for sale?
Did they get Miss Marvel a DVD?
I think so. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Honestly, I would love for someone to actually just say, you know what? Fuck it. We already did the first 2 seasons of Charlie Cox Daredevil. Let's put the third one out on the freaking or in a box collection. Because honestly, what better way to get people hyped up for the new show, Born Again, than to release all those movies? You can still see The Punisher. The Punisher got released on these seasons.
Brian Stam is reading my mail because he has said 2 things this.
Yes, because Keanu Reeves is back as John Wick.
Yeah, Ballerina.
Yep.
Ballerina is gonna be.
Oh, Ballerina! No, Ballerina is a spinoff. Yes, yes.
Ballerina is gonna be freaking awesome.
It's Ana de Armas, isn't it?
Ana de Armas. Yep, that's gonna be freaking awesome.
Hope it's better than the Continental. That sucked.
The Continental was great. What are you smoking?
The breakfast is better than the show.
Oh my gosh. I'm the one with no taste. You say stuff like that, and I'm the one with no taste.
Arcane, you talking about the League of Legends show?
Yeah.
That was on Netflix. That was good.
Yeah.
I love the style alone. Just the storytelling was okay, but the animation style was good. I watched the first episode of the Netflix Lara Croft thing. I thought it was okay. The only thing I hear is that they sexual orientation basically
they changed the guy. Yeah,
changed the guy who was a guy who had a bunch of girlfriends. He was a womanizer into a gay guy.
Yeah. I saw
so that kind of irritated me. But the whole argument, why doesn't she have giant boobs like in the video game and stuff? It's Haley Atwell's is that all you guys care about is boobs? I mean, I applaud you for that, your determination. But other than that, the show was actually pretty decent so far.
Penguin MK. I caught up. I watched all the episodes. Penguin is freaking insane. I love Penguin. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, Rhaegar, the black guy. I forget what his name is in the show. But also, what is with the whole Ranma half being on Netflix, and then the whole thing? This is weird. Now, this is weird now because I always thought this was kind of weird. Could have been the show. The girl is 16 years old. The one that and then the boy is probably 19, 18, whatever. And Ranma half. You've never heard of the anime? Came on the 90s, but the grandfather and the grandson were fighting over. They went to China. The fight because they're competitive. The kid, there's different like bamboo stakes, and each of them had a cursed well. If you fall into it, you transform it into that when you get cold water. The grandfather becomes a panda, and then the boy becomes a girl because he fell into that well where someone drowned. Wow. So, and they changed back by hot water. And so anyway, so it's such a weird anime to begin with.
Yeah.
As Brain's sleeping, we'll quickly talk about this.
I'm not sleeping, but I'm.
You're following there. But so in the original anime, they showed bathing, they showed boobs, they showed nipples. It was kind of weird because like I never didn't watch it, but what I've seen of it, it was underage. But Japan has a whole other culture, whatever. So Netflix decides we're going to show the boobs, but we're going to erase the nipples. Like, my point is, like, you want to censor things? Why even show the boobs if you're going to erase the nipples? Like, that to me is just so weird to me. I don't understand that. But anyway, it's just like when you change animes because you don't like something, like, it's just me. It's like, keep the source material or don't make the show. I don't know.
I have no dog in this fight. I watched a handful of anime.
I watched the first episode of the original uncensored online on Piracy because you can't find it anywhere else. They don't, because I changed owners, and then I watched the Netflix one, and I was just like, the art's a little better, but like other than that, it's still a freaking weird show. But great conversation as usual. They ended with a round and a half. Yeah, it's a weird show. It's a weird anime. But anyway, like I said, I decided that's the new two things that are on Netflix I saw so far. Is Ranma the anime, and then
Zack Snyder has an anime on Netflix, like something with Norse mythology. It looks kind of interesting.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah, Viking or some kind of Viking.
There's not too much else on streaming. Like I said, I started watching Penguin. And I like Penguin a lot.
Are Your Kenshin's come back? The reboot. They're doing another season that's out.
Yeah.
Or Rurouni Kenshin, I guess. Yeah. Demon Slayer is still on pause, and the other one is what is it called? My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia is going to be wrapping up actually pretty soon.
Yeah, and I've been reading stuff. People saying, "Oh my gosh, My Hero Academia sucks. It's not as good as it used to be." Blah blah blah, and like
it's not as good as the manga. Is the main
I've never read the manga, but I'll just say, as a normie who's watched the show start out, and I came into it late because I saw the first episode on whatever episode where the kid was crying during the baseball thing at the and I was just like, what is this? And then I came back to watch it because you were watching, like, you're talking about Demon Slayer. You started watching that, and then because you were on it's the time we were on Extreme Movie Show, you filled in for Rob, and you're talking about My Hero Academia, and I was like, check them out. They're both good shows. Man, I'm excited to go read the manga now after I finish the anime.
The manga is much better than the anime.
Yeah, but I don't know.
The anime really condenses and goes over some of the big arcs.
I want a Captain Planet reboot, but I thought you said there actually was a one coming out. Actually, you can just watch the original 90s one. There already is woke.
Kinda. And
guess who the voice for the main person in there was Tim Curry is one of the bad guys in there. And then you had I think it was Crate or Barrow, one of the two from Bosch was one of the villains, pollution guys. And then you also had Whoopi Goldberg doing a voice. Like she's the goddess that was helping him out. That was just a weird show. I don't think we're getting a Subway series with Jared. Which Subway talking about?
Well, I hope not. That would be weird.
I guess they cater a character more feminist, and then Tomb Raider ain't about that. It seems more like she has daddy issues, and then her friend Roth, she feels bad because he got killed, and now they got this seductive old guy who basically is a villain, steals something, that she, got, with their last trip with this guy named Roth. And it's just like, that's what I saw in the first episode. And I gotta ask, what is with this? We have Magneto, they're amping up, trying to make him look hot in the X-Men 97 series. Now they got this older guy, trying to make him like, a hot, older man. It's just like, you're sexualizing the guys and then making the girls look mannish. It is just so weird. I don't know. Food for thought. Anyway, that's it for anime talk. Like I said, it's just it's weird. It's a weird world, bro. It's comic books are getting better. SNL is getting better. Netflix is getting
My dad actually showed me an SNL clip the other day. I was so surprised. It's like, oh my gosh, this is actually funny.
Pixel's dressing like David S. Pumpkins the other night, and it's just getting weird.
Did you see the one where it's like George Washington and he's telling the troops about like the different units of measurement?
What is? Oh my gosh!
Thompson's like, sir, what about the slaves? George was like, you asked me how we'll measure temperature. He goes, I did not. So funny.
What was there was like the guy who played Han Solo's son, that actor, in the Kyle, Adam Driver did a skit. I don't know how years ago it was where he's a science teacher.
It was a while ago where he was Kylo Ren, but it was like undercover boss.
There was that one. The one I saw is the one where he's a science teacher and he's teaching them about the different stuff, and then the kids just started making like sex jokes and all this stuff, and he's at the point where he's like, I can't teach them anymore. They're just idiots. No.
I love the undercover. That one was actually pretty funny. Or what was it when Sydney Sweeney, I think, was on the show? I think she hosted one. That was pretty funny.
Dude, Jackson, I have not watched. I admit I have not watched an SNL all through, but the opening, every time they show Maya Rudolph playing Kamala Harris, it's hilarious. I love that.
Actually pretty funny.
You're bringing Dana Carvey back in, who actually is legitimate funny, bringing him in to be Joe Biden. It is hilarious. Andy Samberg's still on there. But I mean, if you're going to go to SNL, look at the 2024 cast. Half of them look like they just don't belong there. Half of them look like they just got out of college. And I mean, they were in college and they were pro-activist stuff. There's legitimately only 3 good-looking women on the cast. Then you have the only 2 people I know is Colin Yost.
Fair, none of the guys were particularly lookers.
Well, I don't rate the guys, but I'm saying the names I can remember off the whole entire show, they're actually cast members, is Keenan, Colin Yost, and then the I don't remember his name. Okay, he's the black guy.
The black guy. Well, the other black guy. There's Keenan. But
yeah. But I mean, like, that's how far I know. Dude, the last time I watched SNL, Cherry Terry, Will Ferrell, Jimmy Fallon, and a guest hire. Like that's the '90s. I really kind of, got out of there. But
Saturday Night Live has been going for so long that not a single cast member, because I looked, I had to check Kenan Thompson. No cast member was alive when it started.
They actually, I saw an ad the other day. It's been around so long, they're actually doing a biopic on Lorne Michaels.
Well, in the movie, Jason Reitman's doing that SNL thing with Dylan O'Brien.
That's the movie. Yeah, I think that's the one. It's a biography of Lorne Michaels.
I disagree, MK. I never really liked Mad TV. I like certain things about Mad TV, but I don't think it was better than SNL. Now, I think it's better than I think it was better than the last 20 years, probably, of SNL.
Maybe.
Or 15.
There were some talented people on there.
For sure, yeah. But I don't think
Oprah was great. You ever seen any when he did stuff with WWE?
You want the guy who turned to be Steve Austin?
Yeah. Well, at one time he weighed close to 400 pounds and he lost all that weight. And
and then Stone Cold came on and kicked his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the one I want to watch is SCTV. I've never watched that. I don't know where to watch old clips. I mean, that'd be with John Candy and stuff, and Rick Moranis. She's gone. I want to watch all that stuff.
Well,
Eugene Levy.
Some of the original Saturday Night Live cast members were on SCTV.
Yeah, I want to watch that, and I just blew Pixel's mind away. Zach, you probably don't know because you're kind of sheltered, but it's not a dig at you. But I'm just saying, there was a Honey I Shrunk the Kids TV series on Disney.
Oh no, there was. I remember it. I was really disappointed because I thought it would be Rick Moranis being the dad, and it wasn't.
But oh my gosh, though, that guy, looking at him, he looks just like Rick Moranis. Though when I was watching,
what are you high? He looked nothing like Rick Moranis.
They got someone to look just like Rick Moranis for the show. As they said, But I remember watching that show, and my IMDb has not been kindly to it.
No, it was not a good show.
The ratings
you know
on the
how
episode.
many times they shrunk people in that show? One time. It was all weird.
It was all about him working different gadgets of it.
It was like weird science experiment of the week crap. It was it was bizarre.
Oh, dude, Jamin or Hyman? I can't. We're just going to call you JD. JD, we're going to call you that. I said I started watching the Spin City recently, and it is.
It's pretty good.
I still love the episode where you had Christopher Lloyd come on, and they make it.
Lloyd in Taxi is the best. That's
sure. But and Spin City was a fun show, and then then Christopher Lloyd shows up, and they start doing like Back to the Future kind of like quotes a little bit. Do you know say Pixel looks like Rick Moranis? I said that a couple times over the years of the channel. I've always said he kind of. There's a kid who works at the Culvers by me who looks just like Pixel. It's freaky. I know. And then you know what Pixel really resembles? The son from American Dad.
So, oh my gosh!
Put them side by side. You know,
I hate that. I hate how correct that is. Ugh. I can bleach my
Charlie
eyes.
Sheen or Michael J. Fox in that more. And you talking about Spin City? I don't think Charlie Sheen wasn't in that. I'm still trying to confuse what you're asking.
Yeah, he was.
Was he really?
Yeah, I think he replaced Michael J. Fox.
I thought he came on as like one of the new cast members. Okay, I didn't realize he replaced him. That's a long ago. I watched that show, man. It was like, wasn't that like 96 or 97? That was an early show. That was on right around when Drew Carey was going, right?
I think so.
I mean, I still say my favorite 90s show I watched was Home Improvement. That's still my favorite 90s show.
Home Improvement is a great show.
I love Drew Carey, but Home Improvement was that's why I watched.
That was a great show.
I watched that in Family Matters, TGIF. You had Step by Step, Sister. Man, Step by Step was always weird.
My mom liked Step by Step for some reason. Family Matters.
Well, the reason she liked Step by Step because it's the dad from Dallas. The dad was from Dallas in there.
I remember we did a lot of Family Matters, Home Improvement, Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. That was another show I grew up watching.
Saved by the Bell. That was one.
I watched Saved by the Bell in the 90s. I mean, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't really into it. I mean, but I'll just say this: Kelly was hot.
Kelly Kapowski.
I haven't watched enough Growing Pains, but I did like the dad from Growing Pains more than I liked the dad from Step by Step. The thing with Step by Step had going is they had Sasha Mitchell as Cody, you know. But if I've been older, looking back at it now, thinking about it, you had a hot Suzanne Summers on Step by Step.
This is true.
Oh yeah, what's her name? Amber Thiessen played Kelly.
Tiffany
Thiessen, yeah. and then after that, she was on Two Guys Going to the Pizza Place with Ryan Reynolds.
She was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's a fun show. I mean, if you like Ryan Reynolds, early Ryan Reynolds, that's really cool. What's Marania posting here? A playlist of. Oh, playlist for SEC and YouTube. Oh, cool. Yeah, I never really looked. And
I was on Who's the Boss.
Alyssa Mono was on Charmed, and then Who's the Boss?
Yeah, but Charmed wasn't a sitcom, though. We're talking about.
Well, yes and no. It was some of it. Like I said, the way it was written was kind of hokey, but.
Well, that's fair.
Charmed was actually decent, but I guess say Buffy was pretty damn good too.
I wasn't allowed to watch either of them, so I can't.
You are now. I give you permission.
I don't want to. I'm just gonna be sad because
Brain,
and Alyssa Milano don't look like that anymore.
Brain, tell him how awesome Buffy the Vampire Slayer was that he's missing out on.
Yeah, that's definitely worth a watch. If you ever do decide to watch Charmed, first 2 seasons, because Marty Noxon, who was a producer on Buffy, worked on that too. But after that, it went downhill very quickly.
I feel sorry for like the detective Andy. They just got rid of that guy.
No, we just haven't gotten to Angel yet, and they were 2 totally different shows.
That's we both watch Angel.
Yeah.
Forever. I'm probably gonna start dabbling into Forever Night because that song when I've been listening to Pixel talk about it and Rob, that is what Angel was based off of.
Forever Night was a good show.
Oh my gosh! I think I just came across a Renegade the other day online. I started watching a couple episodes of that. Actually, speaking of shows or stuff, I was gonna watch more of that Pete Dune show. I forgot it's called.
Pete Duel.
Pete Duel. Sorry.
Taylor Smith and Jones.
Yeah, isn't Pete Dune a wrestler?
Yeah, so that's not important.
Yeah. The last I checked, the Internet Archive was down. It's still down.
Lorenzo Lamp's name is code. Do you remember? He was the host of a competition show called "Are You Hot?" And they had girls parading around in bikinis, and he had a laser pointer. And if he saw a little bit of cellulite on the thigh, he'd point it out, and you'd lose points for it. And basically, there was nothing more to it than that. There were supposed to be 4 of them, and this was at the very beginnings of political correctness. And enough people bitched they put the last episode on abc.com.
Wow.
Tragedy.
Speaking of shows on ABC that want to come back, The Rookie.
That's coming back.
It's back now. I want to watch it. I gotta wait till January, right?
Yeah, I think so.
January, February.
I believe so. Yeah.
In the meanwhile, I think I might start checking out Castle. I heard that's going good too. But I also got to watch The Shield. I've also got to watch The Wire. I'm trying to think there was another show with those guys on there. But I'll say that the 2 shows that I'm really enjoying currently I'm watching.
Turkey does have hot girls on K. This is true. True fact.
I think you said Turkey. I was like, yeah, I've never been to Turkey. But no, Tulsa King was Stallone. It's on a 2nd season. That is a good show. It's on Paramount Plus. You can watch it there. Also, if you want to watch on, I believe it's on FX, is The Old Man. Jeff Bridges on Lithgow. It is just an absolutely good spy thriller, show. And Jeff Bridges, the old man, is like I said, he's got dogs that follow German commands and will rip a guy to shreds. But The Mentalist, I remember that. You bring The Mentalist, I'll raise you The Pretender. Remember when that was huge.
Well, I went on YouTube and just typed in Lorenzo Lamas, "Are you hot?" Guys and girls, and they literally walked out, and there was a giant sign that said "hot" and "not." And depending on how the vote was, I saw some girl come out, and she just got nodded, and out you go.
MTV had a lot of shows like that too. Was that was an MTV show or was Hot or Not?
Well, this was this was ABC.
Wow. The Profiler, yeah. Dude, 90s television was fun. I like 80s, 70s, but 90s had some good stuff too. But I'm trying to think what else. I never watched Dark Angel. Have you guys watched Dark Angel?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Brain, you probably watched it with Jessica Alba.
It was terrible.
Was it terrible? But she was hot though, right?
Oh yeah, she was hot.
So it made up for it.
They had this obnoxious black lesbian character named called herself Original Cindy, and it was terrible. But second season, they added what the person you bring in when you want something to not suck as Jensen Ackles. So and he made the second season watchable.
I was going to say Spider-Man. Since he's Marvel idea, when something starts sucking, we'll bring in Spider-Man.
Man, this show is ruthless.
The hotter now you're watching.
Yeah.
Dark Angel. Yeah, was then Jensen Ackles was also on Smallville. When you didn't want Smallville to suck anymore, you brought in Jensen Ackles.
What was he on Smallville?
He was Lana's boyfriend.
Oh, that's right. He was in like the first season, then he left. He wasn't.
Yeah, he left.
He wasn't in Smallville that long.
He was on Smallville, and then he left because he went to go film Supernatural. And Supernatural, I gotta say, is probably one of the best TV shows that I've watched the past 20 years.
Girl comes out. They rate her hot. She starts leaving. No, it was "Are you hot?" Not "Are you smart?"
Elijah Dushku, Dollhouse. Interesting show. Breaking In was a better show though. I like that with Christian Slater.
That was an alright show. I think it only got like one season.
Never watched Leverage. Leverage is another show I should probably get into. Not Tom Hiddleston. What's the guy's name?
Tom Welling?
Not Tom Welling. This guy was on he was in the movie Made in Heaven. He was in a few other ones. I think he was in I feel out there season 6 of Supernatural, unfortunately. What was going on in season 6? Was that so I don't want to spoil it for you, but man, I'm curious what made you drive off and just say you're done with it. Tim Hutton, thank you. That's what his name was. Timothy Hutton was in Leverage. I think he's the guy in Leverage.
Oh, he was the lead guy in Leverage. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to love Leverage.
I'm just curious because Supernatural, I almost dipped out of it in the very first couple seasons because I got tired of the Yellow-Eyed Demon thing plot. But then, like I said, like I don't want to say where I picked up again because I don't know how far what the plot was. Good night, Jackson. Never seen one episode of Supernatural. It's I think all 15 seasons
are. You only need to see one episode, Rhaegar. There's only one you need to see. And
there
Scooby-Doo crossover.
Yeah, let's see.
That's the bet. That's the only episode worth watching.
You know what?
What show?
Supernatural.
I've only seen 2 episodes. That was one of them.
What was the other one?
The one where the guy and the girl that played Spike and Cordelia played a magical couple that were always bickering, and when they bickered, people died because
okay, that one, that Supernatural one, yeah, okay. And so they started dragging the angel demon plot. Okay, so I think you had met Lucifer by that point. You know, when they had Mark Pellegrini or Pellegrino, I think it is. I always get confused. They have this. No, it's a
very different Mark.
No, they have the same freaking name. I think it might be the same spelling. Yeah,
that's great. Like it.
So I always joke with Mark. It's like if I ever on the channel, I'll be like, "So what was it like being on Supernatural?" No. Yeah, there was one part where Castiel was like possessed by the Leviathan, and like people were being infected with the black like ink goo and all this stuff. They're eating the burgers. I was like, ugh. But I don't know. Like I said, I liked it. They brought in Felicia Day, and I don't think they're gonna make it woke now. Now Felicia Day's character was in the show, as far as I know, bisexual. She wasn't openly straight, to say like I'm gay or lesbian straight, but she actually was like, she helped out and everything. Like every character in that show, even the guy who played Crawley was fantastic. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There's a lot of shows that I used to watch. Sliders, I watched that. X-Files, one of the guys at the shop, he says, like, yeah, I have 2 X-Files shirts. I'm like, I said those are probably worth money because I don't think they make X-Files merchandise anymore.
I don't think they do.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't watching Laird Sick Guy. Fringe, never watched a single episode.
Fringe is pretty good. It's a little bit to get going, but once it gets going, it's really good.
Was it Flash Forward? Was another one I didn't watch.
You would probably like Fringe, I think, Artie, if you got into it.
Flash Forward is, I think, the one where people were basically they were thrust into the future or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
You know, it was on Fringe, don't you?
Yeah, Lance Reddick,
Chief Irving. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, the cool kids know him as Chief Irving.
Oh, okay.
Or the concierge from John Wick.
The concierge, yeah. Actually, what was I watching? I was watching Legend of Vox Machina, this cartoon on Amazon, but he voices the villain. It's like some dragon. It's pretty funny.
What was the other one? So yeah, Chief Irving, Bosch.
Fucking Bosch.
I know every single time.
That's something else too. I forget.
No,
yeah.
Well, The Wire, wasn't he?
MK brings up iZombie.
iZombie was good. I still haven't watched the final season.
You don't need to. It went so far off the rails.
So let me know. Does she end up with Major, or she just say fuck?
I quit. I hit my breaking point because they leaned so far into her taking on the personality of the brain that's all the show became about.
She became like the underground, like railroad, like
but it's like each character was more obnoxious than the one before.
How far did you get?
You don't remember who she was anymore.
How far did you get along? Because I watched everything up to the very final season. I was enjoying it.
Well, then we have different ideas on what we thought was entertaining because she annoyed the fuck out of me.
I mean, I never read the comic. Did you ever read the comic?
But I mean, I love the first couple seasons, but I think the show became a caricature of itself.
Well, when everybody started getting more zombies than just her, that started getting annoying.
But and let's be honest, Blaine was a Spike wannabe.
Sure,
but I liked the character.
I like Blaine.
And I love when he left his dad in a well.
Yes,
that was So, but I said Liv. Yeah, it just became too.
Dude, Z Nation was fun all the way through. I don't care what you guys say. I liked it. And then learning that Z Nation is related to Black Summer. They're linked. They're actually part of the same universe. The Cape they're bringing up, dude. I love that show. But of course, everyone online said, "Oh my gosh, it's a stupid Batman ripoff." It sucks. It was great.
Awful.
It was great.
It was pretty good. I'm probably looking back at it with rose-colored glasses, but I'm
not. I've dabbled into it in the past couple months, and I
was happy. I seem to be watching this for some reason. I want to stop, and then I saw, oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's her name from the Terminator series?
Summer Glau.
Yeah, Summer Glau's on. So this show's dead.
I don't hate her as an actress.
She's amazing.
But she is a show killer.
If that's how did Air survive?
At first, it was Ted McGinley, but it took him a while to kill the shows he joined. Whether it was Happy Days or Married with Children or Love Boat.
Summer Glau joined Arrow and then left.
Right, because they didn't want the show to death. They didn't want the show to death. But there was an actress named Mary Page Keller. And she became known as Mary Page
Summer Glau did not kill Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yep, killed
Brian Austin Green did.
Nope.
Sorry. Nope. Brian Austin Green is a horrible actor.
Nope. She doesn't matter. Summer Glau, she might as well have like one of those, hoods and a sigh and just like glide across the set.
She can kill me whenever she wants them. I do not care.
See, so Rhaegar, at the end of Z Nation with the chick, when they go to Canada, I can see if that's what you're trying to get at, the old Canadian thing when they the end of that series. But I don't know, I still enjoyed it for what it was. The rich had their own utopia away from all the zombies, but they got their just desserts. They got zombified. But TSCS or SC. Oh, okay. I was like, what is he talking about? He's abbreviating it. What's up, KG? I've read any books this week, and I'm not excited about anything. I hope that you get out of your depression and start enjoying life a little bit more. You know,
about to say.
Yeah, that sounds kind of depressing, bro. I hope you feel better. You know,
a little bit, man.
Let's see, Black Scorpion, a lot of fun.
Never watched it.
A lot of skin.
Well, I saw that.
Witchblade could have been awesome. I thought it was. I did not like. I didn't care if I showed it.
Did they change
Nancy Butler?
I thought they adapted the comics though pretty well. Other than the part that she doesn't lose her clothes.
Well, but no, she was. I don't know. Maybe she might have been a little bit too much of a boss bitch for me, but it just to me it was too gritty. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Lena Butler was the actress, and then you know what she also was in? I think she was in Maximum Risk with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Wasn't she one of those?
What killed which I think she couldn't keep her drug problem under control.
Yeah.
And I think that's what prematurely killed the show. But it just, I don't know, something was missing from it. There was no sense of fun, and everything just looked like it was, like a gloomy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
like I said, I watched a couple episodes of but I didn't. Like I said, she always came off as she was still hot on there, in spite of it. But I never really watched Witchblade. One of the books that I did not pick up though this week, and I've been waiting for the trade, but I've been kind of sneaky peeks online, is Witchblade series, the new one, Margaret Bennett's series. When I've read of it, I've enjoyed it so far. Now, I've had people tell me that Margaret Bennett is not that great of a writer.
Didn't she do the Bombshells, the DC Bombshells?
I think she did that, but then she also do Wonder Woman as well. Wasn't she Wonder Woman? Was that before Becky Clinton? But I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff out there that's coming out in the comic books, that I've been kind of waiting to read. But I've put them on the back burner because I'm reading so many other things else, so I'm kind of putting them back. I dipped it. I looked at Absolute Batman. I just can't get past the horrible art.
Nick Dragotta, what is the matter with you?
The matter with me is that Martha Kent's alive and she's involved with the Batman.
Okay, Uncle Ben is alive in Ultimate Spider-Man. What's your point?
Does Martha know that Bruce is Batman?
We don't know yet. I would assume not.
And also, Bruce working at the gym. Is that Killer Croc in there too?
He wasn't working at the gym. He was
working out. He's working out at the gym.
Yeah.
He looked like freaking Bane.
Yeah. By the way, Vegman, I think you'd probably get a kick out of Black Scorpion. It's very campy, and her outfit is very skimpy.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Black Scorpion. Was that the one about the geniuses who work for the CIA?
No, that
was the girl in Sci-Fi.
One of your little CBS shows. They had the chick from American Idol or whatever show spawned Catherine McVie.
Oh, okay.
The Strain, I never watched The Strain, but that's the vampire show.
Good.
I heard The Strain was all right.
J. Edgar played a drug dude on there. It was like closer to Marlo Stansfield than J. Edgar, but
dude, Defiance was great. Oh my gosh, I remember Defiance.
But man, I'll tell you what, The Strain was just, I don't know, it was.
JD, I was not a fan of Jackie, whatever his name is, The Darkness. I didn't care for that. I thought
Jackie Estacado.
Yeah.
The problem with the early Witchblade is it was tethered to the darkness.
Yeah.
And that was, to me, that was just style over substance. I guess they kind of made Jackie a more serious character down the road, but it's and like I said, Witchblade as a series, a comic book series, got better after she basically, once they kind of distanced her from that character in that world.
Yeah, like I said, I just never cared for the Darkness. Like I said, in general, it just kind of seemed kind of weird to me and kind of boring. I'd rather have her on her own. They gave her like it just felt like someone was like, let's ship these two people together.
Well, they couldn't because he couldn't have sex.
But she got pregnant though with his child.
Yeah, I forgot how they pulled that off, but
plot hole.
no, I mean there was some kind of machinations that made that possible, but
yeah.
Basically, if he'd ever had sex, something terrible would happen. It might kill. I don't remember, but it wasn't boring because he had all those smart ass little demons running around. Yeah, I mean, but again, it was 90s image, and
yeah,
it's I don't know.
Where you're being asked the Cape or Nightman, but I got a feeling you're gonna say Nightman because that car and that saxophone.
Well, I have very limited recollection of Nightman. I just remember, the Cape. I didn't dislike it, but Carney shows I've just never been really into.
I mean, it was a cop that was fighting corruption, and they tried to bump him off or something like that, or his partner got killed. He got framed for it by the bad guy, and he gets his cape and he learns how to use it. By Keith David teaches him how to use it, and he became a superhero to impress his son.
And then Summer Glau shows up. Summer Glau here, kill your show.
Well, and then he started having feelings for Summer Glau, or at least they were trying to make it that way. And I was like, this is kind of weird. But Nightman, like I said, I remember that came on, but I was watching the other show on ABC. I was watching Viper.
Nightman was on. I think it was UPN at the time. Yeah, it was a good show. Have either of you guys seen Special Unit 2?
Yes. Yes.
Check that one out, Zach. That's a good show.
I got my hash pipe.
I mean, Michael Landis was terrific in that. And there was a show.
Yeah.
There was a show called The Chronicle about it, and John Polito. If you're saying who's he, every fat Italian mobster you've ever seen was played by John Polito.
Oh my God!
He was written out of Homicide.
You want to bring up you? Go ahead.
For not being handsome enough, but it was basically the premise was like all those crazy headlines you see in like Weekly World News, they're all real, and their job is to make people not think it's real. Yeah. So it was kind of. I mean, I thought that was an interesting show idea.
You're bringing up UPN, 7 Days. There was another show that they did back in the day where the guy basically stopped terrorist attacks by traveling back in time in this spear, and he's the only one who could pilot, and he went back in time, and he had 7 days to stop what's going to happen. If you like time travel, that was fun. The hot Russian girl scientist was hot too.
7 days.
Yeah,
gotta look into that. Speaking of time travel shows, do you remember Timeless from about 5 years ago?
No. Yes.
Yeah,
that was cool.
The chick that Bosch was messing around with in the first season that died recently in real life. She was the villain.
That was a cool show. I like Timeless. I did too. I think, didn't it? I think we only got one season.
They got part of it. They got like a truncated second season and then a 2-hour movie to wrap it up.
So you had 7 days, and then you also had the short-lived The Invisible Man show.
Abigail Spencer, that's the girl. Woo.
The Invisible Man was basically like they took a convict who was on death row anyway, and it inserted a special gland that basically created this chemical that would basically cause him to go invisible. But they said the problem with the pituitary gland that they're putting in there, the chemical, it would basically cause the person to go mad. So they kept with the whole Invisible Man, kind of the lore. It's like the drug makes you go crazy. And he worked for the government, and his brother was basically his handler. Went on for one season. Farscape, the other show I really loved was Farscape. Farscape was the perfect combination of Jim Henson Muppets and just just awesome Australian sci-fi show.
Zach, have you ever seen a show called Rectify?
No, I have not.
It's the girl that played I forgot her name. That you just mentioned from Timeless.
Mm-hmm.
What's the actress' name again? Abigail Spencer.
Abigail Spencer.
Yeah, she was in that. It was the storyline was a guy who'd been on death row for 19 years, they find new evidence that frees him. And it's him trying to acclimate into the world again. And they go back through flashbacks and stuff, go back into the case of what happened to this girl that got him put on death row. And they don't ever the show ends with you not knowing for sure if he really was innocent or not, but it's the slowest of slow burns, but it's a very, very good show.
So MK just brought up a show I've been looking to try to find wherever. I can't find it, watch anywhere. It's called The Raven, 1992.
Oh yeah, it's
Jeffrey Meek.
Yeah, Lee Majors plays the old man's sidekick.
Yeah. When for 2 seasons, I cannot find that anywhere. I'm looking for that.
It was on when I had DirecTV. Someone ran those, and I had a bunch of them in my DVR, but it was grainy as hell. But good Lord, the women on that.
Yeah,
it was damn near clothing optional.
And guess what reason why I get canceled? It was on CBS. Guess what the show they brought in to cancel it?
Oh no.
Chuck Norris's Texas Ranger. Walker.
Well, I think Raven was syndicated.
It was
late night.
It was a CBS originally on CBS between 1992 and 93 and was canceled for Walker Texas Ranger.
Well, Walker Texas Ranger was on the primetime schedule.
Yeah,
well, I don't know that Raven ever was on the primetime schedule because they used to do things like Silk Stockings was on late night. It was never on an actual prime time. It was just, or at least the original wasn't. But let's see.
So, yeah, according to Kung Fu fandom, that's what they're saying that it was it got bumped off of that. But man, that's one series I want to watch. I don't know. We might, like I said, I'm with the Fall Guy movie coming out. Once Rob and Pixar are done with that, I might suggest them reviewing the Fall Guy.
I've been wanting to watch the Fall Guy. Me and Izzy have been meaning to sit down and watch that one. It looks like a fun movie.
Well, I'm talking about the TV show. I'm talking about I'm gonna watch the TV show first.
I'm talking about the movie.
So, Venkman, have you tried?
Internet Archive's down, and I tried before.
That site that you found, like Man from U.N.C.L.E. and all that shit, or is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's Internet Archive.
Oh, is it gone now, or?
I don't know. It says it's down. Apparently, they had an attack. Apparently, they had a server attack.
Oh, so I wonder if mine are still on my computer.
Well, no, because if you the link, you go to the link, it says server inconvenience. We're down right now. Server's down. Temper down.
How long has it been down for?
About a week.
Oh shit! It might be gone for good then.
I noticed on Monday. They have a Twitter. They have a Twitter thing. Account.
No, there are full episodes on YouTube.
It's then see if there's any update from Internet Archive because they have their own Twitter account. That's I found information about that. They're based out of San Francisco, apparently. Latest update, it says they have archive. So
oh wow.
So apparently they had some kind of like internet attack and all, basically, and like a while back.
I wonder if it ever will get back online.
It says not been corrupted. Services are currently stopped to upgrade internal systems. We're working to restore services quickly as safely as possible. Sorry for the disruption. That was back on October 10th. Yeah.
Yeah, mine says service availability. Wayback Machine, archive it, and blog archive organization resumed.
So it says, so they have I say they had a DDoS, whatever that is, attack.
But if it says here, Wayback Machine, archive it, and blog archive org resumed, does that mean they're back? And if they are,
it means they're probably updating the server or recovering stuff.
But that says underneath that other internet archive services are temporarily offline.
Yeah, the ones I want. Yeah.
Click that. Well, I don't know how to work this site here. It says, welcome to archive it.
Turn your camera on screen share. We watch an old man use the internet. Direct denial of service attack. Dedicated denial of service. So what does that mean? Like the government's interfering and saying you can't have this because they have content in there that is public domain. Yeah. That means they had a whole bunch of signals sent to the site to prevent people from getting on and make crash. Yeah. Jeez. I don't know. Like I said, I'm watching shows on there that are not for sale anywhere. So, but yeah, somebody purposely took down this website because like they do have material on there, but like but a lot of it's free to use. It's none of it's paid. Now they don't make a single dollar off of that. There's a channel I've been watching. I forgot on YouTube, but they're dedicated to basically preserving like 60s, 70s, and 80s, like all this TV programs or TV or specials. They have stuff or commercials too. They're based out of Chicago, and it's like a non-profit like archive, the archival thing they've been doing. That's how I was able to watch like the Grinch Halloween special. They aired in the 70s. Yeah.
So if and when they get that resumed, will you have to send those files to me again, or will they?
I might have to, or they might come back automatically. I mean,
well, I don't know how often you check, but if they do come back, let me know and then I'll check because
I'll let you know because I was in the middle of watching my other show. I told you I was watching the Alias Smith and Jones. One of the best cowboy shows that Zach has never seen.
What's that?
Alias Smith and Jones.
If I'd known that,
no, I have not.
Shit, if I'd known that this was going to crash,
you would have watched them.
I would have bought the Man from U.N.C.L.E. when Walmart had it.
Yeah. Oh, if they have I told you at my shop they have that Man from U.N.C.L.E. like it's like it was going for $200. It's on sale half off. It's $100 now because the month, but it's like a storyboard behind the scenes stuff. The show. I thought about buying it, but I was like, it'd be kind of cool to have, but it's I don't know.
Well, they still got it for $60, so of course I better get a job first. But
Mr. Smith's Smith TV show was fun too. Never watched that. I never watched Alias either. What I used to watch the other day was Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous. It's one of Eric's voices he does on the channel when he reads.
Alias was good because Jennifer Garner was young, nubile, and wore some interesting outfits.
Yep.
All in the name of undercover ops.
Yes. Surreal Estate or Estate? I've never heard of that.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to sign off because I'm babysitting the store over the weekend. So
I gotta get in bed.
Work in the morning too.
I got a 5-hour drive tomorrow afternoon. Fun.
Woo!
Yeah, at least hey, I look at it this way. So for some reason, like Minnesota is gonna be 5 degrees warmer than where I live. So
nice.
We got down to 42 degrees this morning. It was delightful.
What's it now by you?
What is it now? That's a great question. It is somewhere on my 53 degrees.
So I'm right now where I live is 46.
Okay, that's where we were at this morning.
And I'm farther north than you are. So
yeah. We had a cold front come through. Dude, it was foggy the other day.
Does that mean all the alligators and snakes are sleeping now?
Yes. And the bugs. They all go away in the cold weather. It's beautiful.
Well,
that's for now. It's cool. In the middle of the day, it was like 73 degrees.
I was gonna say, what's your typical during these like the over the Christmas stuff? What's your typical temperature?
highs probably maybe the low 60s.
Yeah, your bugs never die. Yeah.
I mean, they go dormant, but
I mean, mine goes permanently dormant. Your fly, yeah, the fly freezes solid like an icicle.
yeah,
When you're
we don't get freezes too much. We might get some freezes this year, but it's been really nice so far.
being closer
Clear
to
skies, breezes, it's great.
Being closer to Canada, it is nice because when we get those deep freezes, you know, all the bugs are dead. Every single thing is dead outside.
Nice.
It is beautiful until you have to shovel snow. Then you're bitching.
That sucks for you, not for me.
Although, like last year around January, it was 40. It was like 40, almost 58 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was probably for Brain too, because Brain, you're not your temperature is usually the same as mine. You know, during was it this year? Remember, like you know, like early spring almost. But anyway, excited to be back tomorrow. Everything is pre-recorded, but still check out the stuff we were uploading. You know, let us know what you thought of it, and we'll see you live on Sunday night.
All right.
Later, guys.
Good night, kids.
Hasta la vista.